Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dope Check episode 13. It is the Monday after quite the weekend of COD. Ace joins me today, Trey joins me today, but we have lots to talk about. It's not just CDL action, some of the best gameplay we've seen so far this season, OpTic FaZe for the first time in 2 years, but we have an immense amount of drama. We woke up this morning to the timeline absolutely on fire, and we're going to dive into it all today. Which teams need to blow it up? What's going on with OpTic Texas? Why can't they win a finals? And what's happening with this Scrappy versus Drazah thing? Gentlemen, how are we doing? Ace, I'm doing the producing today because you are...
I am actually still trapped in my... No, I'm just kidding. I'm at the Misfits office right now, Heretics. Thankfully, graciously, they let me use their setup. It's very nice, very thankful, very beautiful here. So shout out Misfits, shout out Heretics. I'm doing great. An amazing CDL Major 2. Underwhelming maybe in terms of what we saw in the venue, but in terms of matches, absolutely stellar. And my first time making the broadcast, so I'm overjoyed, man. I'm really overjoyed. W weekend, W Misfits, W Heretics, and W Dope Check always.
Trey, what's going on?
I can't even keep a straight face, bro.
Nah, neither could I in the video today. I had so much fun making today's video. I don't think I've ever had more fun making a video than today.
I was Twitter fingers at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 7 a.m., texting, getting DMs, fucking the whole shebang. It was all popping off. You know what? I was asleep by 1 a.m. I woke up randomly at 2 a.m. I was like, you know what? I'll watch a few TikToks. Next thing you know, boom, I'm tweeting. Oh, it's crazy. Crazy.
Next thing I know, I'm tweeting. I actually made it back to the hotel. And I was like, oh, I'm going to go out. The FaZe thing is happening. Bro, by the time I got off the phone, it was like an hour and a half later because I was just trying to catch up with the drama, laughing at Trey's tweets. Everyone's adding Rab. Rab's going to be so rich when he wakes up. I was having a silly goose time just staring at the timeline, and I just started getting this feeling inside about the Dope Check show today because they just made the show go from 3 hours to 4, 5, 6, 7 hours. I don't even know, man.
Ace is going to be on his way to his flight with his phone in hand. Yeah, so today I had an appointment today. I had a MRI on my shoulder. So I was up at 5. I usually do not get up that early on a Monday morning, especially after match day when I was asleep. Maybe I got into bed at 1, Trey, something like that. Maybe a bit after that.
Yeah, no,
so
like I said, I was
4 hours sleep. I
was
got
cranked
up,
at 1.
checked the phone. Man, it was going off. Good timing because people in America were still awake. People always overestimate as well. For some reason, people think that when drama happens, I just make a massive bag on that one day and then I make no money for the rest of the year. So it's not really how it works. It doesn't really. It doesn't really make.
Hey,
much
Rab
difference.
just called you all broke. Rab just called you all broke. He said he's making multiple bags. He don't need no drama to keep making money.
No, okay. I just mean it's not. It's not as crazy as people seem to imply that I'm making millions of one video and then zero when there's no drama. It's more marginal than that. So it's not
the best thing about it is, Rab, the best thing about it is, Rab, is there's always something going on. We cannot have a normal day of matches, a normal weekend of matches. I mean, there's even drama when teams are scrimming. There's not a single time when there's not drama in COD. Ever. I mean, we've sat there before, Rab, Ace, after we've had one of our 3.5 hour episodes, and we're like, fucking hell, can't have another one of these, can we? And then, boom, something crazy happens for no reason. And we're like, oh, well, another 4-hour episode, strap in, everyone, lock in, get your monsters, get your whatever you got. We're locked in.
Yeah, I mean, the COD, dude, the COD scene, always after events, it always seems like it's going to be calm and something just pops off. And, sometimes the pros entertain us. The pros' girlfriends, though, entertain us in a whole different type of manner. So, I don't know. I was overjoyed, man. Should we jump? Are we going to jump into that? There's so much to talk about, man.
Okay, we've got a couple of things to get into first. We're going to begin with a little bit on the map set because... What did we think this past weekend of the amount of bloody invasion I had to watch? I was not a massive fan of it. Nadeshot says the following: invasion control got to be deleted from this world. This map and mode together is hell on earth. I don't know what it is about this. We saw it in Major 1. There was so much invasion control. But teams at Major 1 started to figure out how to win offenses round 5. And we did occasionally see it. But quite rarely. And the OpTic versus FaZe series, they had their chances there. Probably OpTic will feel like they should have won that. But still, Invasion is painful to watch. I don't know what they're going to do. We know that Vista is coming in to ranked as of today. And Departures is coming in as of today to ranked. So I'm just really hoping that something replaces Invasion, because Invasion Control's terrible to watch, but genuinely Invasion Hardpoint is shocking, right? Like the amount of spawns I see that are just, I don't know what's going on, is frustrating.
I mean, I wish we could just blow Control up. It is by far the worst game mode of all time.
We should just make people play Karachi. Karachi Control is good. I will die on this hill.
Bro, let's go play Heads or Tails or something for Game 3, bro. Please. It's
Warzone,
more entertaining. It's more entertaining than watching a team just consistently win on defense, and then boom, someone just randomly wins an offense. But it's so random, it does barely happen. I mean, I feel sorry for the players, man. Sat on defense, getting quad spawn trapped, Palace, over and over and over and over again. No way out.
Yeah. We need to bring back something better than Control, because it is just like glorified TDM, which is its own product. It's like Blitz and TDM put together. You need to bring back. I don't know. CTF is very like particular for competitive games, which is a problem, because if a game like this where spawns are continually getting messed up, CTF is just gonna get worse and worse progressively, as we've seen certain hardpoint maps get worse and worse progressively. But if there was a way, again, if there was a way to combine Uplink and Blitz, it would be such a fantastic game mode. You can take your one,
how about just
toss them
Uplink?
Over buildings. No, because you're on ground COD, so you have to toss. You could toss your ball, or you have to run it into their base. You know what I'm saying? Like it becomes like a mix of the two game modes.
Yeah,
that
I don't know, man.
Very fun.
I think.
I don't know.
Listen, people that say CTF can replace it, CTF will just be as boring. CTF has always been boring. It's had a few. It's literally like Control. It has like the 1 out of 10 thing where it's like 9 times out of 10 everyone's like CTF's boring, and that one play happens. Oh my god, CTF's the best game mode in the world.
It's like 10%.
I think the best thing you could probably do for CTF is genuinely make it like Halo CTF, or where the flag's in the middle, you grab the flag or take it back, whatever like that. I think that's actually not a terrible thing to do. Actually makes people, because the issue of original CTF was people just camped the flag. Because they had to run to your base to grab the flag, then run back. I think if you done like where only one team could, where you were fighting for a middle flag, but even then, we're playing COD. I don't think it works that well because of the time to kill. I don't know what they can possibly do, but all I'm telling you guys is that Control will not be going anywhere. Control is the official third game mode of the CDL. I found that out like 2 years ago. So for as long as the CDL's around, Control stays. Just so you guys know.
I actually don't hate Control. I just think
the
maps
CDL.
sound great. I think Control can be viable. I also
the only reason we got.
Go on.
I was gonna say the only reason we got told that is because remember when Vanguard came out, it didn't have Control.
I remember.
We were like, oh, what the fuck's gonna be the third game mode? And they were like, oh no, they're making Control. And then people were spawning out the map, people were spawning under the map. And that is the $27.5 million league for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's bring back again. Once the CDL is dissolved and we got the Microsoft World League, let's get that going and let's all come together, band together to get rid of the CTF, get rid of Control. And I'm telling you, the Uplink Blitz combo would be absolutely stellar. I think half the reason why Uplink was fun was seeing just like those weird spots people could toss the ball over a building and just get it in and stuff. The 1s and 2s, it'd be fun. Or
the advanced
again, the
movement kind of made that though in some respects. Like
yeah,
the
no,
wall
I mean,
running,
me and my team after scrims,
ones.
after scrims in Black Ops 3 and IW, me and my team.
Well,
I say me and my team. Me and Urban. We used to sit there after scrims for like 5 hours, just going over one spots and stuff like that. That we would actually use in game, and they would be the most absurd spots you've ever seen in your life. Like, and you practice those for 3 hours. It's like it's like a football player practicing a free kick over.
I wasn't even a pro. I
again.
used to do that shit. I had all the game settings set up so I could sit there and just do a 1 over fringe and just practice them. so we could win some scrims against fucking PlayStation Communities kids. Good times.
I don't know what third game mode would ever be viable in a boots on the ground game. Really. Control is decent. It was good on Black Ops 4. It was fun on. It was okay on Cold War. The issue is that Control was made for Black Ops 4.
Yeah,
Control isn't made for
and everything like this,
Control isn't made for any of these. They just put it in there because they have to. That's the issue.
All right, let's talk about challenges. That's a topic for another day. How did you find it this weekend, Ace? You're in there in the pit, enjoying the time?
Listen, I have been saying for quite some time, okay? And the people around me can tell you that this man, Gunless, is criminally outside of the league. He's proven himself multiple times to be someone that's valuable to talent at the top level, to be a good teammate. Or no, excuse me, the teammate thing is the one thing that would, hinder him, but it's been several years. I think Gunless is a guy that needs to be back in the league ASAP, along with, Classic himself. He's a pro that's been around for a very long time, certified shooter. And then you have two guys, right? Two new guys, Dak, who has played with Bink before. And actually, if some people remember, I was at this NGNL local LAN, and I watched Dak was in the finals. I watched him play, and I started chatting to those around me about this kid named Dak. He gets dropped. He gets picked up by two vets, along with a kid named 04, who I know 90% of the community has literally never heard of. This is a recipe for success. They have a good balance, good S&D players, Dak and 04, along with two vets who are certified in the respawns. These S&D kids could shoot too. I think a lot of teams at the top now, a lot of teams in the CDL towards the bottom that are looking to make changes need to look at this team right here. They came from nowhere, all pretty much misfits to their teams, banded together, and just won Challengers Champs against it's not really arguable, FC Black, the best team in Challengers. If they're not getting calls from CDL teams, then someone's faded, man. Someone's really faded.
I will say, congratulations to them. Do I ever see him reverse sweep in a fucking grand finals ever again like that? Probably not. But tippable, really, that you've just formed a team 4 days of practice and actually have just reverse swept the best team. Not like a best of 5 reverse sweep either. We're talking what, best of 7?
Best of 7 reverse sweep.
Yeah.
I don't know why Gunless doesn't get shouts.
It's crazy that Classic owns FaZe even when he's on FaZe. Like he's literally on FaZe and he still owns them from as he did a few years ago. Here they are taking the dub.
I don't know why Gunless doesn't get teams. I don't.
This is a big weekend though, because Gunless, Donny Temp, those guys, they've been in this tricky spot where they've gone to challenges, not had much success, and Temp's team were out kind of early this weekend. And then Gunless is here with not that many days of practice, reverse sweeping these guys in a best of 7. That's a statement to make, especially given that his role is in quite some demand in the league right now.
I mean, Gunless has always been a good player. There's no denying that. Yeah. I just think maybe it's like this stigma with players, like how we say, Vortex from EU doesn't get picked up because of that stint in IW or World War II. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was IW though. Or a bunch of stigma on players that they don't get picked up. Maybe that whole issue with Pierce being a bad teammate might have just stuck with him, and everyone else just doesn't want to team with him because of that. I think Pierce has, I've known Pierce, been friends with Pierce for years, and he's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. I think you can all agree with me on that. Like if you ever spoke to Pierce, he's probably the nicest person you ever met. And when you team with him, obviously being a competitive player brings out the worst in people, especially when you're losing. So also that probably doesn't help that he had that argument with Formal that one time in 2019. I know you remember that one, Rab. Probably made a video on that.
It's probably out there somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of, people saying He's inconsistent here, inconsistent here, inconsistent there. He's still probably, you know, one of the top AR players out there that can pretty much run anything. I mean, he's elite. And you got to talk about, you know, classic, you know, like Ace's interview. They said people think he's retired. He just comes out of nowhere and just wins the event.
Yeah, it's like Denza come out of retirement to play with the Team War guys, you know. Pretty cool.
I also, I mean, in the interviews with all of them, I also have an interview with OKKR, his first interview ever, basically. I'm gonna put that out later today. So look out for that. But just generally, again, all these guys, the teammate narrative, all this kind of stuff. I think there's a bit of a, excuse my language, but there's a bit of pussyfooting going on in this league right now. Okay, a lot of kids who are soft as shit, and any criticism they crack. Any thought that they're not right, they crack. But when you have people that actually want to win, truthfully want to win, and do know more about the game than you could talk about whether the old men, right? A slasher, an accuracy, a gunless. You could even say Clayster, which this one, some people may be like, oh, he's toxic, it's a little too much. But still, people who really passionately want to win are not easy to work with, okay? You need another person that kind of matches that personality to you know, care about the game. A guy like Gunless, if you actually want to win, you would want that guy on your team. But if the excuse is, oh, he's toxic, this and that, and he says this and that, bro, you will love your teammate. If you're winning, if you're 5-2 in the stage, 7-0 in the stage, I guarantee he could fucking say, you know, Kamala, he could say Kamala Harris is this, and this, and say all this crazy shit all day. But if you're 7-0, frying, you'll sit at dinner with him and be like, yeah, bro, yeah. You'll accept anything that comes with it as long as you're winning. This guy deserves a shout, whether he's a good teammate or not. He's a proven winner and reliable AR in the league.
What do we think about the trash talk? Because this I thought was funny. Exceed was talking so much shit all weekend.
Well, I think American trash talk sucks in general.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, like, I can't be one to say you shouldn't trash talk, because obviously you should, because, you know, it keeps the COD scene moving. But
wait, we had this on the talk show the other day, though, Reb. Well, it might have been yesterday, exactly. Like when they were 1-0 down, win the S&D to go 1-1, and then he stands up and just goes ass. It's like, motherfucker, you're 1-1.
Yeah, they did win that series, to be fair. But then he was talking so much trash. I feel like it came back to bite him, because they then went up 3-0 in the grand finals. I haven't seen what he was saying after going up 3-0, but I'm sure he was saying something. And then they get reverse swept, and it's like, this is what people were joking about. Actually, in the replies here, I mean, yeah, if you ever look at this, people are saying, well, you know, Joe Deceives is talking trash. He got dropped from Thieves. Exceed got dropped from LAG. At least Hixie's got a chip, you know. It's like, I think save some of the trash talk till you get in the big league. You know what I mean?
I mean, he was in the big league.
Yeah, now he's not in the big league anymore.
And he got pissed on.
Yeah.
There was no ass shouts when he was getting pissed on.
So it's like, yeah, but to me, like, I kind of get it in the sense that even if these guys are not CDL caliber players, maybe some of them are, but I don't think necessarily Exceed is, you can still make decent money in challenges. So like, I kind of get the trash talk when, if you're still kind of the best team in something, and you can still make decent money from the events. I kind of get it, but I don't think it helps your case, in my opinion.
I don't hate trash talk. Do whatever the fuck you want, really. You know, I'm just very more selective on when you use it.
No, I would agree. I think him getting up and saying a lot of stuff. Exceed is notorious for kind of being a shit talker, right? He's like known to have clips of him getting up and talking crazy. But I did appreciate, like, right if you scroll down in that tweet, like, just if you scroll down, Rab, a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to go too far.
No. There's the one I want. It's Scrap defending him, which.
Oh, okay. No, it was in reply to this one. Let me find it for you.
Oh, okay. So basically, what I did appreciate about this clip, is that on the original one, I guess, Scrap comes in and then defends his boy Hixie. So that amongst the trash talk, the reason I like it is because it sparks conversation. It's good content, and I can't back down from my position that, like, even when Gwyn is trashing his teammates, which is probably the worst trash talk you can have, I'm still about it, baby. I still want to see the toxicity. I'm about it.
Yeah,
I
my
think it
point.
sparks conversation and it makes things fun. It makes the league more interesting and makes challengers get more eyes and more attention. That's why I like it.
My point is saying that Hixie is only nothing without Scrappy. Motherfucker, he's the only person he's played with in the league.
That's
well,
true.
like, and guess what? Hixie came in and
improved their team, won an event.
Improved their team, won an event, and got a second. So,
second at champs, grand finals at champs. Exceeds never seeing that.
I mean, how are you gonna sit there and roast a guy? How are you gonna sit there and roast a guy that literally came into a team halfway through a season, got them second at champs, and won an event in the same year? Yeah, I mean, respectfully, Exceed should sit there and be like, you know what? He doesn't even deserve to be in challenges. I shouldn't even be playing him right now. If I'm Exceed, I'm going ass, and be like, you know what? You're all right, mate. Yeah, you're sweet.
Oh, that was like that Ghosty thing, wasn't it? To John. Do you remember that? When like Ghosty was talking trash in challenges, and then it was John. He was like, "Actually, you won champs, I respect her." Something like that.
Nah, like obviously, I don't think anyone's ass, but I don't know. Like I said, let Exceed do whatever the fuck he wants because, you know, it's challenge at the end of the day. You got to make it entertaining. I think it'd be boring if everyone was just like, "Yeah, GG's." No one said anything. I mean, there was a time in the past, MLG Vegas, I think on Black Ops 4, we played Haggy's team. And Scraps went off on a map too, and instead of like trash talk or anything like that, Haggy stood up and goes, "Yo, Matty, you fried that map." I'm like, "Motherfucker, are we not in a series against you? Like you're gassing up my team."
Like what the fuck is going on right now?
I was like, what, Chris? I'm playing you. Why are you gassing up my team? What the? Me and Matty looked at each other and said, "Is this guy fucking serious?"
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on. We've got a lot to cover. Let's talk about this snake in bullshit, right? So, because we're going to talk about the teams in detail going forwards, but we've got to discuss what we do about this because it was obviously a talking point during the weekends, but then Scrappy came out with this tweet on last night. "Fuck this GA shit. All these bots just do it anyways and nothing happens." Now, I don't exactly know who he was talking about, but he was mainly talking about New York, apparently, because he went on the flank and he said New York had been stair glitching this cheese all season. And we saw a bit of that from New York. I don't really know if we saw a stair glitch from New York. We did see this, though, from Sib, which this was given a yellow card, which I think is probably justified. This, to me, is very much on the border of being fair and not, because he double pump crouches, and then he like does one snake, maybe.
This is my point, though. The crouching shit is still a camera.
Exactly, yeah. This is why I think it's bullshit.
In my opinion, that's worse than cells.
Yeah, I agree. Wait. I actually, Trey, I 100% agree that this one is actually worse. 100% is worse.
Run it back, Rab. This one is worse than cells, in my opinion.
I think in terms of what Pred sees, yeah. Like from Sib's POV, technically by the rules, it's probably not as bad. But
by the rules it ain't. But motherfucker, Pred probably can't even see him, bro.
Yeah, look, Pred's POV looks fucking tough.
Bro, listen, I'm gonna be real. Listen, Cells one, yeah, pretty bad in terms of like, you know, you want to look at what he done. But this one is by far way worse.
If everyone bad, bro. Cells is not even
I don't think Cells is bad, but you know, you'd probably still have to. If everyone wants to agree it's a snake, then you have to say this is a worse snake.
I think I agree. Actually, watching them back here, it's only because we got the third person angle on this from Cell, which made it interesting.
Plus, there's car windows that you can shoot through.
Yeah, so I guess to be fair, while he's crouched, he's still.
Yeah. I mean, you got the two-piece and then done it to him. You know, we've got Sib in a 1v1 against fucking big concrete block. Which, by the way, you can't wallbang. Like, Hydra wallbangs are fucking all the buildings in the world, but you can't wallbang a fucking concrete block.
Of course.
I'm just saying that Sib's one's way worse. But, per the rules, he didn't snake. He just crouched up and down. So...
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's kind of made me not rethink the Cell thing, like I still stand by my opinion on that and the repercussions, but... It was against New York, and if the feeling is from some of these teams that New York have been cheese in the GAs, then it's almost like, whatever, you know, you get it. What goes around comes around. But this is Scrappy's point, that how do you police this bullshit? This is like the first time we've seen at an event this season a real circumstance where it really mattered. Big important series, game 5 in that New York versus Subliners or New York versus FaZe game. Potential reverse sweep on the cards. Cell potentially hits the Snake. Sip hits the Snake against Pred later on. It's like they don't tend to happen in the series that aren't as important. And then all of a sudden, here we go. It's a losers finals, it's a winners finals, and bang, we start to get some Snake and cheese, some Staglitch and cheese come through. And what do you do about it? Scrappy says, effectively, the repercussions aren't happening. And this is the problem. FaZe are the best team of the game as it stands. Are they going to get blacklisted from scrims for a week for this? Probably not, let's be real. So Scrappy's point is, well, if we're not going to actually take repercussions against the best team, sure, against Surge, who gives a shit, blacklist them for an entire 2 months. No one's improving playing against them anyway. But in FaZe's case, it's a different story. So if the repercussion doesn't work, then what are you going to do? If there's no repercussions put up against New York Subliners, then the implication is, fuck it, do what you want. And Scrappy's kind of implying that it won't be long before we see all of this shit go out the window. If people want to start Staglitching people, like, it's bad, but it doesn't ruin the viewer experience. It's the bloody snaking that ruins the viewer experience. So we need to keep that out of the game. People can't fully see the tweet here, actually. Let me just show you this.
I mean, I'm gonna be real though, like, for starters, anyone that's disagreeing with me that that's snaking, you're faded.
Yep.
Let me just put this out here. That fucking thing there, that trophy, I won by snaking. I'm literally a fucking professional snaker. I know, like, you cannot disagree with me here. All right? Slight flex, but you literally can't disagree with me when it comes down to this pro shit. Done it for 10 years. Secondly, the devs need to do something about it. Like, we're saying, bro, we went to Zuma to get an official ruling on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, per the rules, Sib didn't snake because he's not laid down to pump him, but that's snaking. Even Zuma said it was snaking, I'm pretty sure.
Zuma gave him a red card.
And listen, what's stopping all the lesser teams doing it against the top teams? I know for a fact, yeah, come down to champs time, Reb. 5-5, round 11. Terminal S&D, you've got the Godhead glitch. You're not going to sit there and hard challenge it. You're going to snake the living piss out of it. I am. I am. Who's not?
It's going to be
Who's
interesting. Not? No, I get it. I mean, it even happens a bit during, what was it, Vanguard on that, what was that dog shit map called that had the train on the side and you're almost going to fall off the cliff? Why can't I remember the name of this thing? There's a big palace thing in the middle.
Desert Siege?
Yeah, that's got to be it, yeah. There was the A-bomb site, which was on the lower side of the map. Yeah. It was around there that Hydra hit like an absolutely insane snake in a round 11 or something against somebody. Like, it was a 1v1 round 11, and nobody had really snaked all game, and then he just hit a filthy snake to win the round. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes.
At the end of the day, though, is I agree with all the pros in terms of it needs to be sorted out. But all it takes is for one person to keep doing it, or like the Sib thing or the Cell thing. How many times it happened this time? Like 4 times it happened this event before someone gets pissed off and says, fuck it, we're doing it.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, all it takes is for one of the top teams to say, fuck it, we're doing it. Because like you said, Ace, no one's going to stop scrimming the top teams.
Yeah. That's again, the issue that from the beginning, I wrote an article about this and everyone's, oh, it's not possible. Yeah, I know it's not possible. That's the whole point of why I'm saying we need to make not a committee, right? It sounds so cheesy and corny, but like it needs to be something better than just players' willpower not to do something. It doesn't make any sense. Too much money's on the line, too much passion. And in the moment, right? You think Dante in that moment was just actively thinking to snake? He was in a 1v1. He said,
no,
I got to live, bro. Like, I got to live and win this. That's all it is. So in my mind, realistically, the top teams are always going to control the GAs. They're always going to control the enforcement of the GAs. And that's not a fair system. So something else has to be put in place. There has to be some neutral party that decides what it is, whether that's Activision, the league, or someone mandated by players or agreed upon by players. I mean, sheesh. If it wants to be dope check the flank and the breakdown, we all come together and do a democracy in a vote. I'm here for it. We can do our vote and decide what's good, what's bad, what's a snake, and what's not. But we need something better than what the current system in place is.
I mean, listen. OpTic could tweet out a team's just constantly snaking or something like that, and the whole community will blacklist them. That's how much power these top teams have, especially OpTic.
Yeah.
You know. And then we come down to, like, you know, Drazah versus Scrappy 1v1. You think one of them motherfuckers ain't breaking a GA against each other just to kill them? I know for a fact they are, bro. Scrap 100% is, you know, bobbing up and down on a dirty head glitch and just wiping him off, and then stand up and talking shit to him. Because why? I'll do the exact same thing. That should be funny as fuck. Yeah. I mean, end of the day, like the devs just need to do something about it. They managed to do something about it in IW, if I'm not mistaken, where like you went down, came up very, very slow. That's what I think they need to do. They need to run it back to whatever that was. And, you know, make it so you can't aim in straight away with your gun or something like that.
If I'm not mistaken, right? Maybe I'm twisted, right? Maybe I fell, hit my head, and I have amnesia. Okay? Maybe that's the case. But I swear we had a patch for snaking integrated within this game that was supposed to slow down the animation. How is it still so possible and still so prominent? That's my main question. What happened to that patch we were supposed to get?
It just didn't do anything.
And that's exactly my point, Trey.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But like we're asking devs to do something when they removed the map sub base, which had a glitch in it where you could cap P3 from a building. They removed the map for a month, bring it back in. Guess what? It still had the exact same glitch in it. So if you think you've got any, if you think me, as a person that's played COD since I was 7 years old, has any faith in Call of Duty sorting anything out, you've got no hope. There is no chance that if you think, I mean, we went over it as players, you know, Spence would come up to us like, they're fixing this, they're fixing this, they're fixing this. I sat there, I said, no, they're not.
Eventually you stopped believing it, huh?
I stopped believing 7 years ago, Rab. I stopped believing 7 years ago.
Did you get caught up in the hype train at the start of MW when they were telling MW19?
Yeah.
When they were like, oh, we're going to rejig the game, baby. We're going to be back.
I mean, they rejigged the games like so many. Remember in World War II, Rab, when the game literally just completely changed halfway through? We had a meeting about that.
Yeah,
they don't like where the game's at right now. Basically, they're revamping everything. Gave everyone a stun and a nade, made the game 10 times worse. Yeah, that's the people we're dealing with.
Man, the good old days, right? When it was just so simple, right? All you needed was a quick draw, a grip, and a stock. You just go out there, you just shoot. You get a stun, you choose your stun, you choose your nade. Life was so easy, man. Pick 10 or just a Black Ops 3, you know, just simple COD.
Life was so easy. So easy.
You didn't have 15,000 custom sensitivity settings. You were on 4.4, 5.5, 6.6, and then there's some crackhead like Royalty who's on 14.14. And that was fun.
Yeah, and then Ace, we're not even talking about the fact, yeah, that now I have to use a sniper rifle to get a red dot sight for me AR that I have to unlock in an armory, which has to be unlocked by something else in the armory, so I can throw a fucking flashbang. I'm playing goddamn motherfucking... It's like I'm in a maze of COD. I just want to level up a gun, use the gun with 3 attachments. A new update comes out. We're using flash hiders. We're using billeted. Fuck, new red dots come out. It's got less recoil. I don't know what's going on.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, then we're just waiting for some guy lunchtime to make a YouTube video to tell us which one's more accurate and which one's not more accurate. Quick draw, grip, stock. It can all be so easy. Good Lord.
I mean, fucking Vanguard had 10 attachments.
Hey, man, don't you disrespect the greatest game created in the last 5 years. Don't you disrespect it, okay?
I would never disrespect that game. That was my shit.
Vanguard was
I love that game.
I played Vanguard for 20 minutes and then I gave up. 20 minutes of playtime on
Vanguard, most underrated COD in the CDL. I'll say that.
Cold War.
I guess Ace's point is that Cold War gets rated.
No, Cold War is the best. No, Cold War is the best game we've had in the thing. In the CDL.
Cold War is fun. They're I said underrated. I think Cold War is number 1. Underrated though. It gets a lot of hate. So that's why keyword underrated there.
I remember, right, Cold War, I used to say the game's pretty good. I didn't say it was great. I used to get roasted in the comments. They're like, oh my god, Rob, I can't believe you said this game's good. It's dog shit, XYZ, all these reasons. Probably it was all the CDL pals in the comment section thinking MW19 was goated because they're little Warzone kiddies. But, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, CDL pals spawned in from Verdansk.
And then all of a sudden, those same people commenting that shit over the next year or two, they start to say, actually, no, yeah, Cold War's great. I'm like, man, I was telling you this when the game was out, but then they put the rose-tinted glasses on. People say that's a stray. I don't. This term "stray" gets misused because
we directly said that.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a direct attack. Like that's not a stray.
No, a stray would be, you know.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, no, that was a direct at CDL pal. You spawned in a Verdansk. Like that's why you love the game. Guys to run around with a kilo.
Yeah, that's actually bang on as well. All right, Ace is back. I don't know if you fixed your issues, Ace, but are we cooking?
Yeah, no. Yeah. We're good.
Can't hear yourself anymore?
The light was tripping me out. But we're good. We got Drazah on the screen now?
I got Drazah on the screen. Drazah's on the screen. We've done our roast to CDL pal, and it's time to get into the juicy stuff.
Wait, the CDL pal talk about MW1 again? MW 2019 again?
Yeah,
he's always talking about it. He's got a poster on his wall.
Most underrated player MW19, Mac Melts. Okay, let's continue to Drazah.
Reasonable take, I suppose. All right. So Drazah wins the event. Obviously, we'll get into FaZe over the coming minutes. Congratulations. And he decides to call out OpTic in the post-game interview and, you know, basically says I own that org. And then he calls out Scrap and says he's a dick rider or something. So
he says, where's that dick rider Scrap at?
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know what? Let me just play it. Why not?
Yeah.
Let me hit the unmute on the site, and then you guys should be able to hear this.
That feel being able to win with this squad and get them back on top after over 400 days.
I mean, yeah, it feels great. I mean, like I said before, too, I run that org. They haven't beat me in forever. And where's that dick rider Scrappy at? Is he already going home? Like, I don't know what's going on here, but I love my fucking teammates. These guys are insane, and I cannot wait until Major 3.
There you go. I mean, this is what he does.
I also didn't think people caught that in the crowd. Like, they were all, like, celebrating, you know, I own OpTic or whatever like that. And then he drops the Scrap line. I don't think people really caught it on the crowd. Because I feel like that'd have been a lot, like, you know, ooh, tight shit.
So, okay. Scrap comes in and replies. He does what he does. He says, I'm living rent-free. Which is pretty funny, to be fair.
Did Drazah even need to say that? That was my thing. It was like...
Yeah, Scrappy's still living in his head. All those Scrap's been slammed up top 4. Drazah just won the event.
This whole thing should have been about FaZe winning an event after, you know, getting numerous amount of seconds. Drazah coming in, helping him winning an event. Enjoy it with your team, man.
Drazah, though, every time he wins an event, there's some drama. Like, you remember when he won champs? In 22, oh my god! That next day was a banger video.
Listen, I love the drama. Like, don't get it twisted. It's fun. It's cool. It's whatever like that. I'm just saying, probably this moment, do some tweets after. But I don't know.
Maybe not in the post-game interview on stage. I get that. What's your thoughts?
After, listen, do whatever the fuck you want. And my point is that, you know, make it about your team, not about the drama you got with someone outside of it. Like, you just won. You know, you've just helped FaZe, who have been, you know, silver surfers throughout the whole time. Obviously, people are going to disagree with me because they love drama. I'm just more about make it about the team that you just fucking helped win an event.
Nah, bro, get out of here with this cheese, bro. Nah, talk your shit. This guy's been coming at you, came at your girl recently. Make COD interesting. You know what? 2024, 2025, I'm running a campaign. It's make COD interesting again. Because otherwise, this shit is boring as hell. I don't want to see you go up there and be like, yeah, Cellium's so good. Oh, yeah, Sip is so good. We fucking know they're good. You just slammed OpTic. Top rope. Boom. Okay. We know you did that. Now I need you to go talk your shit so that we can have tactical rap videos for the next week and don't check videos for the next
That's what
week.
I'm saying. Talk shit about OpTic for sure.
No. I don't care about no. Talk about no. Listen. My point, Trey Rap is more overall. Just talk shit about somebody so we have storylines, narrative, and COD can grow. People love drama, right? That's how you grow things, right? That's how, unfortunately, it's the world we live in.
Unfortunately.
Clips, the drama.
Unfortunately.
I mean, I wish it was just. I actually just wish it was COD trash talk, to be honest, because now we're bringing kids into it.
No. Okay, that happened after.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the dope check we had before, where I was like, oh yeah, please have your trash talk, and then we started bringing in like personal shit.
Yeah. So on stage,
that's my point. That's my point.
Drazah calling him a dick rider and shit. I think that was funny. And
that's calm.
You are right though that if he dropped that, and I know he's obviously juiced up, adrenaline rushing through his veins, and COD players notoriously don't talk slow. So if he kind of calculated that out, he could have made it much more of a banger moment if he really like hit it. But I appreciate the fact that he said that, and I'm the same thing with Gwyn, man. He talks shit. I like it. Drazah, you may have become one of my favorite players in the league now. I'm just letting you know that now.
I mean, he's been one of my favorite players since he joined, really, because he would talk shit even on that fucking terrible LA OpTic team.
And that's why I knew the kid's a dog. He could be getting shit on, still talking shit. Gwyn gets shit on, still talk shit. When do you see Exceed get shit on and then talk shit? Never.
Actually,
that's my point.
I'll backtrack my statement because, to be fair, Drazah wasn't even the one that started this like shit, really. Drazah didn't come at anyone first. I don't think, wasn't it Scrap that went at Drazah?
Yeah, the original tweets. I mean, we can move into it.
Yeah, from this whole beef starting was Scrap going in on Drazah first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so we're talking 2nd or 3rd of March, something like that.
Yeah.
These were the tweets that were happening at the time. And then Scrappy did the tweets. He then deleted the tweets. He then apologized and said, oh, my bad, Draz. Shouldn't have said that, but I'm down for the rivalry. Let's run it up. We'll also sell Drazah quickly. Like, I've no problem with Drazah at all. But he makes people so angry. It's actually so good. Like, I think for the storylines. If you read his replies, it is... the shit you see is unreal. Like, it actually takes a character to be able to deal with that.
He might be the most hated pro in the league.
100%. It's not even close. Only Aches, like prime Aches, could come close to Drazah right now.
Obviously, bro, he can get under people's skin very easily.
Oh yeah, he knows what he's doing.
He can definitely get. So I will backtrack my statement on. I don't. Obviously, Drazah didn't make anything personal. It all started from that fucking online series. Online COD gets the best of people.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. I want to keep this a buck. I feel like Scrap and Drazah are behind the scenes. Like, yo, how do we get more impressions? How do we grow COD?
Nah,
You're gonna
faded.
Scrap is like, I'm gonna be the face of the league. You're gonna be the biggest villain. I'll be the scump. You'll be the Aches. Let's make this happen the right way.
Motherfucker, Drazah was the Aches, the villain before Scrap was even in the league.
I love how chat's taking my sarcasm seriously. What, like, yo, relax, chat. Y'all have to learn.
To be fair though, Ace. To be fair, you did say Toronto were trying out maps against FaZe. That was faded too.
What? Nah, man, hop off. I'm floor now, okay? Hop off.
He knows he's been cooked.
So faded.
No, but like honestly, yeah, no. But okay, the shit talk on stage, no problem. The shit talk in front of the camera, no problem. A little bit of Twitter shit talk here, but it did definitely take a new level it went to a new depth that it definitely did not need to go to. I think we can go with this. Man, I couldn't imagine my boyfriend's achievements being my entire personality. And then this was the old tweet, right? Scrap saying, I DMing the whole league waiting for the pro to take the trap. That's a good one, too.
And then there was this, these are all the shit that Scrappy deleted. Just quick clarification, because I thought Darian did more tweets than this at the time. Turns out she didn't. That's what Scrap got annoyed about me in the video today. I thought it was a minor detail, but whatever. And yeah, so Darian has stood on business from day one. That's the one thing I will say. Even though I'm pretty sure she just deleted a tweet, because I accidentally deleted all my tabs, I had to reopen everything again, which was a bit of a disaster for me on the production side. But there was a tweet I thought I had prepared from Darian, and then I reopened the tab and it's been deleted. So I'm not sure she is fully standing on business. But,
well,
you know, I've got the screenshots, so...
My thing is, you know... Like, the argument just went from COD to... I mean, the tweets say it all. Who was fucking who? The tweet, like, that's what I tweeted too. Like, the whole argument was about who's been passed around the most between... And my thing is just like, how have we gone from a grand final to this?
Adrenaline, maybe. I don't know. It did definitely take
the
a
fidget
new
spinner,
level
man.
to it.
The fidget spinner. It all
It
started
definitely
with the bloody fidget spinner.
Like Pal just said in the chat, going toe to toe with body count or something like that, you know. And my point is like, no,
one of the trade tweets.
No, listen, all right. You guys have got to take me with a grain of salt, all right. I love interactions.
He was farming. He was
Here
farming.
it is. This was my favorite one.
Now listen.
Trey was farming yesterday. I loved it. This made me laugh, bro. I was dying, bro. I was
but
in the hotel room not wanting to go to I didn't care about Lil Wayne or FaZe anymore. I cared about Trey and the TL. That's what I cared about.
But listen, I did not tweet anything directly about anyone. I was only tweeting about what was on the timeline. Scrappy DM'd me, basically, you know, defending, and I was like, yo, that's perfectly fine. Like, that's cool. But I said to him, I was like, I didn't say anything that wasn't already on Twitter. So,
I'm Toei with a massive 5 gifted, baby. Run it up.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you
in the chat.
But like I said, I didn't say anything that wasn't already on Twitter. I didn't direct anyone. My receipt tweet was about fucking Keeks doing that tweet about her, and then she doing a tweet about Keeks saying there's a spreadsheet or some shit like that. It went fucking crazy.
No, Rab, no, we're jumping around too much, guys. We're jumping around too much. What was the initial interaction that started this off? We have to start from the stem of the problem, okay?
You want me to go chronological?
Yeah, because bro, we're dope check. We got some people may not know what happened. Some people may probably just open up their phone this morning and saw chaos and delete a tweet.
Oh well, go for it. Stop.
We gotta just give them a little bit of not from the last time, not from like a month ago. From yesterday, what was the initial interaction that led to all the deleted tweets and everything else, right?
Was there a Keeks one before this? Because I was trying to look through my stuff.
Well, before this was the response. It was the rent free, right? Scrap rent free.
Yeah, so it started here, and then I think it was this. This was the kickoff because
I think this was in
Scrap.
This was in reply to I think Scrap's to Drazah's interview on stage where he said, "Fucking where's that dick rider Scrappy at?"
Yeah, so this was the first tweet here from Darian.
Okay,
so Darian
there it
is Scrap's girl. Keeks, of course, is Drazah's girl. So let's just make that clear from day one for those that don't know the e-girl beef.
And I want to start this one off by saying this shit was already too far. The two men in the relationship, you know, they already acknowledged they went too far. They already said they squashed, you know, at least seemingly squashed the beef. Then this woman from the fucking back of the football field throws a goddamn nuke and just says, let's see what happens. What? You're out of your mind for tweeting this, baby.
All right, Trey, have you seen this spreadsheet? Does it exist?
No, it does exist. There is proof it exists.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have been told it exists, but I've also been told it's nothing bad.
I'm just gonna say, who's putting this together? Like, surely
That's
to
what
put
I'm
this
saying,
together, you've got to DM all the pros to say, hey, it's Keeks DM'd you.
Yeah, no, what pros or something like that sent a screenshot though?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, Trey says that as if he didn't.
Oh no, I done a funny tweet about it.
Yeah, I know, I can find it.
No, but apparently it exists. I've been told it exists. I've not seen it.
Been told it exists. Yeah, I love it.
I have two thoughts here. One thought, I guess it's my angel side and my devil side, right? There's the angel on this shoulder, there's the devil on this shoulder. My angel side is telling me this, okay? So to give benefit of the doubt, it's who cares? She was single. She was trying to holler at people. She's a gamer. She's a little nerd, you know. She was just looking to get her piece of the pie. She was the Dylan attached to the e-girls. She was just trying to get her piece of the pie, right, guys? So that's fine. She's single. She can do what she wants. Is it gonna then the devil side comes back? It's like, is that gonna haunt you? Yes, it will. Is it kind of insane just to go through the list and decide that you're just gonna go with whoever takes the bait? I don't know. Seems kind of crazy to me. It seems like the battle of the hoeing is not the battle you want to take. So that's the devil side, right? That's the angel side and the devil side. I gotta tell y'all the truth, you know?
Bro, schizophrenic. What is this?
No. Why am I schizophrenic? I'm just saying truthfully. I'm saying, what did I say that was wild? Why is everyone, oh my God, what did I say that was so crazy? I'm just saying the angel side is the girl was single. She's allowed to send DMs. She's allowed to do what she does. Who cares?
Piece of the pie is crazy, man.
Bro, you know what I'm trying to say.
Let's keep it moving. Okay, what does the angel say? What does the angel say?
Chat, you love this shit. Stop it, man. It's all, come on. The piece of the pie thing, whatever.
Just compared it to attach.
With the examples, right? It's just examples, baby. We're piece of the pie. And mind you, wait. Is Dylan attached not a successful COD player? She was a successful e-girl. She's now with a guy. She's with the guy she wants. He's a champ, right? He just won a chip. She's taken care of. They have a child together. God bless her and her heart. I have no issue with these people. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all making this weird. When I'm just, if I say reality,
did you say successful ego?
Crazy, bro.
Did you say successful ego?
That is the best thing that's ever been said on this channel.
What do you want me to say? That's the fact of the
successful
matter.
ego, man. How do we define a successful ego?
There's been a few successful ones, right? There's been a few successful e-girls, and Keeks she's taking it to the front. She's made a following off of this. Hate or love it, she's made a following. She's with him. He's successful. She supports her man. They have a child together, and yeah, no matter what happens, she's not going away. So God bless her heart. Again, I had no issue with these people. I interviewed. If you guys watched the interview I did with the champs, I talked to Drazah. I talked to these guys. These guys are cool. There's no issues here. I don't mean any disrespect. I don't mean any harm. I'm just speaking truthfully on if you don't like the truth, if the truth hurts your heart, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Just saying.
Successfully go is crazy, man. What a little stint there that you had. If we didn't get cancelled last week for all the shit we said, the Ace has tried his best today. Let's keep it moving. Okay, so part two.
I'm not getting involved.
Keeks then responds with the following. And
this shit was crazy.
This was the craziest shit that I think I've ever seen. So here we are on OHL Puck Buddy Confessions. I don't know what a Puck Bunny was. Did you know what a Puck Bunny was, Trey?
No.
Well,
right.
I see Puck Slut.
Yeah, Puck Slut or Puck Bunny.
I've never heard that in my life.
I've never heard it. That's why my tweet about receipts was just in terms of it was a general thing. Now, I think the greatest reply ever from Darian would have been here was to drop the spreadsheet.
Oh, yay. Oh, bro. I was clicking around.
Imagine.
I was like, did I miss? I swear to you, I was clicking around after I saw this. I said, oh man, the response gotta go crazy. This is better than Kendrick going at Drake and J. Cole. Bro, I was waiting for the diss track from Darian to be like, oh, you got receipts? I got receipts. And it never happened, and that was disappointing, right? That was such a blue balls moment.
Keeks and Darian right now is just like, they act like two legends can't coexist type shit. They were going, they were making my night splendid.
Bro, I didn't listen to me. Guys, chat, listen. I didn't go to the FaZe after party to see Lil Wayne because the TL was that lit. That's not a joke. You guys think I'm joking. I love this shit. It was so good. I had to sit there and laugh continually. I couldn't get off my phone. That's how entertaining this was. And if it wasn't that entertaining to you, you don't love this shit. I promise.
No, I love this shit.
I was Rab was asleep. I was in a chat with CDL pal, just like, do I tweet this? Do I tweet this? Like, just for a laugh.
Right, I can't believe that on this anonymous forum, Dan was given the #1 Puck Buddy in the standings. Like, she got P1 here. She won the event, apparently. So then this person, anonymous, says she had 50 plus kills. Okay, so I don't want to go into too much of this detail. Darian actually did respond to this. This is the tweet that she just deleted, though. This is interesting to me.
Wait. By the way, we didn't say in the chat what a puck bunny was. By the way.
Oh yeah, okay. You can describe it. I mean, I'll just describe it as a groupie, but for hockey players. But you know.
Yes, but very specifically, it's a girl who who likes to be with hockey players and specifically targets hockey players to get with. That's what it is. In case you are not aware. Now it's continuing.
So we've got Ace calling them a successful egos. Rab has put them P1.
No. Wait, correction. Don't.
Well, I don't know if that's true.
Trey,
I'm just saying somebody did on the forum.
Me, Trey. Don't speak for me. I said one of them is a successful e-girl. The other one, I did not say.
Successful realtor. I hear.
One of them. Only one. Only one.
And I'm saying Jersey's got to be put in the rafters, as someone put in the comments. This is the best COD drama we've had since. It's been a while, actually.
I've never seen it get this personal in a long time.
The best last COD drama we had, I think, involved like Parasite. That was the last. As to this level, it was the Parasite one. Parasite
DMing the girl.
Yeah. DMing his teammate.
Times.
That's that day and this day were the only ones that were close. Only ones.
Okay, so Darian responds and says, because I did a video on this. She actually, obviously I did a video on it. She actually tweeted this as well. This is YouTube comments.
He goes, obviously I done a video on it.
There's no way she replied to this, bro.
Yeah, so this has got to be her. There's no way people think I have that high of a body count because of an anonymous Tumblr blog post from 2013 that's not a receipt, not even true. Now, she tweeted this, but that tweet has since been deleted, so I don't know why. I don't know if this comment's still up as well, because I just screenshot this a bit ago, so, you know, I just wanted to mention it. So Keeks is coming with receipts version 1. As you say, Trey, unfortunately, she didn't come with receipts version 2, with which the actual Excel spreadsheet of presumably all the guys that Keeks was trying to get with.
Listen, my point is that Keeks just like fully tried violating her with that. If I was Darian now, I would have just dropped the spreadsheet.
You got to drop the nuke at that point. That's
I would have just dropped the link.
That's a declaration of war.
I would have dropped the link, said enjoy, smiley face, logged off Twitter, got a cocktail in hand, just chilled for the night because there was no coming back from that.
That's mutually assured destruction right there. The nukes have been launched. We're sending them back.
Diabolical.
So then she says, Keeks, I can't respond to you because you didn't say it directly to me, but you trapped a 21-year-old. You trapped a 21-year-old with a kid and no ring. You're the last person to talk. Get a job, you bum.
And that one, I have to say, Did she cook? She kind of cooked. She kind of cooked, to be honest. I don't know if Keeks works. I'm not, this again, there's no disrespect here. I don't know if Keeks works or not. But she kind of cooked with this shit. Who got trapped? Who didn't get trapped? I'm just saying get
a job, you bum is such a good line. It reminds me of Tyson Fury when he calls people dossers.
Listen. The river exists. If you decide to swim in it, Drazah decided to swim in the river. So there's no trap. You don't got trapped, okay, bro? That's the reality of the situation. They're young, shit happens, and that's why I call it successful. They're together, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say none of that. My issue, wait, I want to talk about the other side of this before we continue ahead. Is trapping a 21-year-old is a pretty, that's a good cook right there. But the reality is, which Keeks alludes to here, which we can, get to in a second, Scrap's not even 21. She's pushing 30. She's 29.
Her bio says she's not 29, so I don't know what she is, but...
Is she? Wait, the reply says she's not 29?
No, continue your point. I'll bring it up on screen.
My point is this. Late 20s person, guy or girl, but specifically girl, because they mature faster than guys, is in a complete different mind state than a pro COD player at 20 years old, who truthfully mentally is like 16 years old. My issue with that is something different. It's a little wild for her to... Her last cook was setting up Keeks to do this next cook. And let's read the next cook.
Bro, her bio is hilarious. Not 29. She also gained like 2,500 followers or something.
She actually did off this beef, yeah. I think, to be fair, so what it actually was is that there was this original one. This was the first one that was said. And then she dropped the receipts, I think, in reply to that later one. So I think that's kind of the way the timeline went here. And then Drazah got back involved. That's kind of where this happened. My opinion is, like, I don't care about these people's personal lives on this type of level. I don't care who they have relationships with. I'm just here for the drama at the end of the day. I'm not here to comment or speculate on what people should or should not do. But when it's coming up publicly like this, man, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to enjoy it because this was juicy.
I mean, this whole body count argument is so dumb too because, I don't know, whatever you've done in your past, you've done in your past. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Listen.
It's not my place to say.
Two things. Two points.
Yeah.
2 points. First point. Yeah, once you brought the kid involved, that was kind of fucked. It's a child. You know, like that's a little. I think that was a little too far, to be honest. The rest of it was cook. If she just said trap a 21-year-old and you have no ring, hilarious. Okay, that's fine. But the kid part, why you throwing the kid's name in there? It's a kid. Secondly, the other issue. I lost the second issue. What the hell was it? What's the second issue? I lost the second one, guys. No. GG's, bro.
So
GG's.
good. Just keep it moving.
So like my summary of it is obviously I've done some tweets for a laugh. I don't care really about what anyone does in their personal life. I just think it's funny that it's drama over COD. Probably don't bring the kid into it. Just because it's the kid. Like, the kid can't tweet back. If he could, then fuck it. Like,
oh my god. Scrap would be tweeting on... Oh, yeah, Jen doesn't work.
The kid can't tweet back. The kid can't defend himself. Like, come on, man. But yeah, and by the way, I'm just saying I don't like the past is a past type shit. Also, there's no proof of anything. Like, I don't know why everyone just believes, like, you know, we need to, if there's proof, there's proof. If there's no proof, then what's the point? You know what I'm saying?
Also, like, I don't see why people... I guess from a public perception perspective, yeah, people are going to care, but at the same time, it's their business.
My bad, bro. You said public perception. That's reminding me what I was going to say. Bro, how are they DMing you, like Rab and Trey? How are they DMing you guys and probably a bunch of other people about shit they're putting out publicly? Like,
well, that's what I replied to him. I'll say what's happened. Because I've got no problem with Scrap. I mean, if he has a problem with me over it, then fair enough. But, you know, he was just defending his girl in my DMs, which is perfectly fine. But my point was, I didn't say anything about his girl, really. Everything was online. Everything was on Twitter. I just made some funny tweets about it because I'm Trey. That's what I fucking do. Yeah, no, he was like, you know, he messaged me like, what you tweeting? I was like, about arguing about being passed around. And he was like, no, the receipts thing. And I was like, well, for starters, the receipts thing was just in reply because she's tweeting this. She's tweeting this. It's on the timeline. Like, it's there.
Exactly. That's my point too. Like, it's just you put it out there and like you don't expect to flank us and everyone else to talk about it now. You expect us just to pretend that you didn't blow up. You didn't ruin my after party plans because of your hilarity. Are you out of your mind? We're talking about this, bro. Like, you put it all out there. So to me, it's just kind of like, I don't know. To me, the expectation that we shouldn't talk about it publicly or people should just let it die after you literally after winning a tournament are the most, it's like it brought more, dude, these tweets brought more impressions than probably grand finals on the TL. So like, yeah, nah, I don't know.
That was my whole point about it. Like, it's already on the timeline. It's like, you know, it's not like I've gone out my way and started
leak, baby.
I don't think I leaked anything, did I?
No, it was just a username and password that you didn't.
I was just trying to vote, but it wouldn't let me vote. So.
But that's what I'm saying, Ace. I didn't go out my way and start a rumor or question anything. I just tweeting out what I saw. I ain't never beefing with no female again. They got receipts because, in my knowledge, from arguing with females back in the past, and obviously, I've done my rounds. They have shit all the time. They are the CIA. They are the tactical Rab of relationships or of everything. You know, at some point, listen. If there's at some point a nude photo of me gets put around, it's because someone screenshotted it 4 years ago. That's just how it is.
That's how it is.
And I can't.
They
I
are
can't
the
do anything about
CIA.
that.
It's crazy.
Wait, wait, see, why wouldn't you say it's all good when I say it's not all good? That's what I was saying. I said the person's passes are passed. If she wanted to DM every pro, it is what it is. Like, who cares? She wasn't with the pro.
I said the pass is the pass. Everyone goes, nah, Trey's going for 100 kill count. Like, what?
Wait, yeah, that's actually insane. Chat literally did not react to what you said at all, but to me, they were like, what? It's like, bro, what? We're saying the same thing. Maybe I'm just wilding. I don't know. But guys, seriously, the past is the past. Grow up. Okay? Grow up. And
Exactly. I used to be fat. Past is the past.
And now he's sexy as hell. Life is good, baby. Life is good. Just like that. Nah, wait, what do you have here? Oh, no, this is Trey's tweet. Okay.
Yeah, I just remembered I've got to find another tweet. Hang on.
Wait. Go back to Drazah. Go back to the Drazah or the Darian the Drazah quote tweet.
Piano teeth?
Yeah.
Buddy.
I mean, look at.
Okay, is this Scrappy? Is this Scrappy on her account? Has he grabbed a phone?
No. This is her.
No, she wasn't even there. But
no, this is definitely her specifically because this is how a girl would roast a guy. This is how a girl in a group chat would roast a guy. That's why I know it's her. This shit was the best diss I've heard in a long time. If you're talking individual diss, this was #1 the best diss. Shut the fuck up, piano teeth. Dude, I ascended to heaven and came back when I read it for the first time. It was so good. You have dentures at 21. Who's watching? And the second part again, right? The second part again was too much, though. Again, she goes back to the kid. If she just hit the first line, it would have been comedy.
But to be fair, though, I'm gonna be like, obviously, it's just gone personal. So like, what's the like? Obviously, no one's gonna hold back, regardless.
No, I know, but like,
obviously, it's out of order. But what I'm saying is like, at this point, what is in order? You know,
where is the line? Yeah, where is the line?
Like that, like the line got crossed like after the online match.
Ace is a messy bitch. I'm dying. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, people are saying that the Darian. I mean, people were going so hard on this because people were looking up like Darian's old pictures on like Instagram, and they were saying we think she'd had like plastic surgery and shit. So who is she to talk about Drazah this way? And I'm like, oh my god, I think we're in too deep at that point. But I don't know. I guess if you're saying shit publicly, then it's free game, right? Like people are free to speculate and say and think what they want.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't really care. But like,
this was my point. It's all public out there. Like I've not gone out and made my own rumor up. Like if you guys don't like anyone comment on it, stop fucking tweeting.
Yeah, 100%. Was there any more tweets from this, or is that the last one? Oh my god, CDL Hitter Central is one of the top 5, bro. Top 5 guy.
The Grand Canyon is outrageous.
Listen, if you don't like this Twitter, like I'm not like your sense of humor is just not there. I'll be real. This Twitter, like I'll give it some love. This is what makes COD funny. You don't see this in any other esports. He does it for players. He does it for coaches. He does it for this in particular situation.
Any opportunity the dude gets, or guy, or whoever's behind this, whatever opportunity they get, they use it. It doesn't matter when it is. Anyone can get the smoke, and that's the best kind of humor. When it's not targeted, it's anyone gets the smoke.
Now, in my opinion, I think it's a pro or a coach that runs this account.
Why?
It would just be the greatest fucking villain arc of all time, wouldn't it?
Fucking Brian Saint is just ready to roast everyone else because he got roasted so much? What do you mean?
Yeah, like, I just think it'd be hilarious that a pro or a coach would just have this burner. Like someone said it's Aches. Like it could well potentially be Aches. Like it genuinely could be.
The way that this guy structures the tweets is so good. Like, the emojis he uses and everything. I don't think you can make a better Twitter account than this if you're trying to achieve what this account is trying to achieve.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's great stuff. You know, Envoy, New Evo, Prince to Jester, 0.66 KD.
My buzz. Holy fuck.
See, he's great. Like,
he is back. It's back. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, no, that top tier account. Definitely a top tier account for real.
Get bro to the LAN. He's still playing from home.
That might have done it for the drama. Do we think?
Is that all? That's
all the tweets.
Is that all the drama, guys? Did we miss anything? I don't think we missed anything
that's all
on this
the
one.
treats.
That's pretty much everything.
We just need to see what happens next because they didn't even play this event. Imagine what happens when they play.
Now, what happens? Because Darian lives in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Of course, because, you know.
Keeks is going to be in Toronto because she supports a man.
WE girl. Yep.
They two play. Them two play each other.
Are we seeing some? Are we seeing a cat fight?
I'm just saying. There's no way they don't do something in person.
I'm gonna be there with the camera.
Well, we're watch partying, so we'll get a live feed.
We'll bring them on.
We'll bring them.
We'll bring them on and then not tell them that the other person's coming on too, same time, and then they run into each other live on Dope Check. Let's go, baby!
Let's go.
In the purple
Follow
corner.
the stream, baby.
They're just like not knowing what's going on. We're putting
listen, Ace, Rab, we had this conversation when, you know, someone roasted, I think it was Scrap came at Keeks' girl or something like that. We were like, oh, you know, Drazah's got to say something for coming at his girl. Now they're saying something about the kid. Keeks might have to say something, bro. Then it's going to get physical.
I agree. I agree that if they see each other, they're going to have to keep them separated or hopefully actually, no, I'm going to be, you know what? I've been a little rogue this episode. I'm going to be a little calm right now. Hopefully before the event and the qualifiers, it eases up. Someone calls someone settles something, and they can go into it without looking over their shoulder that some little 4'10" nugget is gonna come hit Darian in the face. Hopefully that is what does, you know, hopefully they can chill it out. Honestly, hopefully they can chill it out.
Did Bro say nugget? All right. Okay.
If you're under 5, dude, listen, if you're under 5 foot, you're a nugget. I'm sorry. I'm 6, dude. Everyone in here is 6'3" or above. Trey, you're 6'3", right?
I can't see it right now.
Yeah, Trey's 6'3". Trey's 6'3". Let's take the attention
everyone,
of
everyone in here.
So everyone that's under 5 foot is a nugget, and everyone that's above 6 foot's a chicken strip. Is that what you're saying?
You've
a
taken
chicken tender.
Trey, you've taken the words out of my mouth. That's why we're 3 peas in a pod, right there. I appreciate you. Thank you. So I'm just I'm saying, guy. Okay, you guys are saying like I'm coming at someone. Relax.
Nah,
anyone,
it's just
under
funny.
5 foot. Anyone, guy or girl. Nugget. You under 5 foot? Nugget. It is what it is. I'm sorry, guys. Whatever, man. McDonald's nuggets are good. You know, when I used to eat them, they're nice. Can we move on?
We can possibly move on. Yeah, I was trying to find a video, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. God. So we can just.
I'm gonna grab a little water really quick. Carry for a second. One second.
Yeah, no problem. I think we might be better off without you, to be honest. At this point, this show is gonna be chalked.
I'm so glad I'm not getting cancelled.
Yeah, well, he's taken our thunder today.
Oh no, he might be banned from every event.
It might be over. Yeah.
He's called Keeks, successful ego nugget. That's the one thing I've got from this. Ace has called Keeks a successful ego nugget. That's
successful
that's
ego was. I mean, I thought that was outrageous enough.
Yeah, no, and then Nugget comes out of nowhere, like.
The tiny terrorist Nugget. Oh dearie me! How do I do this? Here we go. Interact. Oh my god! The boats are coming in. They're coming flooded in.
Oh my god!
Wow,
only we could spend an hour talking about this shit.
That's obviously impressive from us. That's good work.
Well, this is about to be a 4-hour-long show. I actually know.
There was an actual tournament this weekend, wasn't there?
What, a COD tournament?
Yeah, was there? I don't know. I kind of forget.
Kinda.
I mean, look at this. The votes are coming in. Ace, he's not back yet.
Yeah, what happened?
They voted, the chat's voting for the Tiny Terrors as official nuggets. 88% agree. So you might be right.
Dude, listen to me. Did y'all see the interview with me and Simp?
Oh.
Yeah, no, we need to change that for next time. We need a box or something.
Listen, that motherfucker's neck was about to break. Yeah? Uh-huh. Dude, I was there and I was doing my best, dude. Okay, wait. Rab, can you bring up the...
I'll find that. Don't worry. I got you. Keep talking.
Can you bring up that one and also the finals interview, like the actual last interview we did? Because even then, I was trying to take the mic over to Drazah, and then I had to like duck and put my arm in a loop, like literally in a fucking loop. Like, watch. Okay, good. Second question. Like, skip over the second question after Sims. He's first, then second's Drazah. Watch my arm.
Oh God.
Do you see it?
Oh, that is unbelievable.
Watch what I said. I'll go. Okay, good question. W question. Oops. Dude, the tiny terrors, the newbie nuggets. We got to get another set of tiny terrors. Like Gwyn and another short guy got to get together. So I called the newbie nuggets. Done. Easy.
We got to stop with his nugget shit, bro. I think it's gonna end. It could only end badly.
It's not going good, is it?
Nah. Cheese. I made cheese on the show, and then now we're getting fucking. Now nuggets is gonna be my new thing. I think. I don't think I have a choice anymore, guys. I think it's just gonna stick.
You're using a nugget for a mic. Says
wait, is my mic messed up?
No, not on
about
here,
the
but like,
interview.
yeah, the interview one. You're holding a little nugget.
Oh, okay,
wait, why does Cell look short there?
Cell's not that tall.
Nah,
Trey's
he's like a
5'10".
short. Nah, Cell's like as short as them.
5'9". No. He's like 5'8", 5'9".
Nah,
His
that
hair
is
makes him look
cap.
taller.
His hair is 4 inches. He is 5'5", just like the rest of them.
How are you able to identify 4 inches so fast, Reb?
I got experience with that, buddy.
I got your ass. There you go. No, I'm just saying, but like
I can identify 3 pretty easily, so.
Cell's
looks more like 7 to me.
He's
actually.
5'8", 5'9", but his hair makes him look bigger. But Drazah is the only one that's like, people size. That's the only one.
Nah, but Drazah is like not even that tall.
Drazah's like 6 foot. Drazah's tall. I'm 6'3.5", 6'4" with shoes.
Their average placing is the same size as their average height, FYI.
Yeah, that's kind of ballsy. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, can I identify one W thing about Heretics, guys? Can I just say this is mind blowing? This is mind blowing.
That they've not won a map at LAN?
No, relax, bro.
Oh.
Hey, I'm for them right now. Give me a second. I'm in their facility. Calm down. You're gonna get me kicked out. Relax. Okay, I've been to the FaZe warehouse, right? I've been to different facilities. I've been to the FaZe warehouse. I've been to the OpTic place yet. But I just walked in there just to get a water because I left my water bottle outside. Tell me why these motherfuckers got a soda machine in there and I got blue Powerade in my hand.
Oh my
Bro.
God, they're moving different.
They had an actual soda machine with Mr. Pibb, Coke, Sprite, root beer, and then they had Powerade. I said, screw the water. I got myself a whole thing of my favorite drink. Ayo, man, Misfits. I don't know what I gotta do, but just know that when you turn the lights off, I'm gonna be in a corner of this office just camping out.
No wonder these guys are onliners, huh? They're frying at the
good
facility.
here.
They
They're
turn up to
living
LAN.
good.
Yeah, because they ain't got a soda machine at LAN.
Facts, you want to replicate that environment.
Exactly.
Nah, W Misfits
should've
Ace wouldn't
seen-
allow Ace to be there because I wouldn't allow Ace in my
Yeah.
house. So I respect.
Would you
them
allow
for
me?
that.
Would you allow me?
Yeah, you're good, Trey. Anytime.
Oh, nice.
Hey, chat. What's the only difference between me and Trey?
I'm from the UK.
That's true. That's facts. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
His hair's blonde. This is the dirty blonde. This is the dirty blonde boys right here, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm waiting till this goes. I keep getting called MGK, Eminem. Like I'm going back to the brown.
To the brown. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the other interview. My bad. This is the other one. This is the one where listen. This interview. Someone in the comments. I think you scroll down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name? Her name is Miss Ratchet something. What's her name? Keep going.
Great name.
Oh my God, what am I watching there?
That one's crazy. Yeah, that one's pretty crazy.
I have to
No,
scroll
what's
for
her
all of
name?
them?
No, it should be there.
Oh.
Okay, I guess it's not there. Go
I'm just
go
waiting-
ahead.
I'm just waiting for nudes in bio.
Hey, I don't want that to
nervous
happen.
now.
Okay, wait, listen. No,
Uh-oh.
basically, I forgot which interview it was. I thought it was Sims. A lady responded to me and went, "You should get these people chairs." And I literally thought to myself, I was like, "That's not a bad idea." I've never seen.
It looks like you're standing on a chair.
It kind of does. I'm self-conscious about my thighs, Trey. I'd appreciate if you don't bring that up, okay? But listen, I got chairs afterwards, and then got a lot of, it's the first CDL interview that I've seen with chairs. And then go back, you could go back to it. I think the first one we did was with it was me and Gunless, right? You go to my page, but me and Gunless did one on chairs.
I had the one earlier.
And it looked so much better. So W, Miss Mama Ratchet, thank you for the suggestion. For this point to the future, we're gonna have interviews done in chairs. So guys, I know the standing ones look a little funny, and I know Simp's neck hurts right now from carrying his squad and then looking up at me, but we're changing the CDL interview game. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say.
Nah, I mean, you know, me and Rab couldn't be out there because, I mean, if we were out there, that'd have been terrible. Let's be honest, we got thrown into a corner. So shout out to Ace for actually managing to get all the interviews, and you were getting some big ones as well, Ace. It wasn't just getting some small ones. You were getting the champs, you were getting everyone. You were moving different. So shout out to Ace. Let's get some W's in the chat.
Heretic Suite. We're getting Heretic Suites all around. I don't think they're lying. Jake Maverick said it too, so I know they're not lying.
Live react on the show. They've benched somebody.
Journey has been fully released from Heretics.
Wow, they dropped that shit. They actually hated this guy, bro. That is so unlucky. Like, you could tell from that, I don't know, the episode they did a while ago.
Nah, yo, those motherfuckers are snaky ass motherfuckers.
Man, that's
Hear me why. Hear me out. They had Journey on the bench. I guarantee Journey would have replaced. Obviously, something's happened over there. They don't like Journey for some reason, correct? I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
They were keeping Journey on the bench until Real got his visa approved, so then they could move Real over there and fully get rid of Journey.
That happened today. Bosh, Real, visa approved. Tick in the box. Job
Journey
done.
Gone.
But okay, wait. Can I be double? I'm on the other side of this, right?
Say what you want.
They also were paying him.
Huh?
So I mean, they were paying him. If they released him earlier, then he wouldn't have to pay him, right? But they keep him on the bench.
But it's not about money. It's about they're gonna keep him on there because obviously they need someone there, and Journey's probably the best Spanish player. I think he should be on the team, personally, even though he had a bad major one. But what I'm saying is that they need a sub. They're not doing very well, so Journey was the next viable option, and he had a visa. Real gets his visa today, and now he's gone. Obviously, it was planned. Maybe they told him beforehand.
Not a coincidence, buddy.
Yeah. That's just how it is. That's how it works.
That's business at the end of the day. I mean, what do we think they're going to do? Like, we'll talk about Miami here, right? Because they have won the same number of maps on LAN this year as we have. Us three. I'm on 0. You're on 0. They're on 0.
Then we got PD Gamer coming in. Is he the best Spanish player, Trey? Because the Spanish guys in challenges were frying. Also, those Spanish players that were frying.
We missed it.
Also, the Spanish players that were frying also got accused of their parents signaling what bomb sites they were going to, and also the Spanish players were stair glitching and snaking. So
that's like confirmed as well. There's no need to
that is confirmed. So,
that is.
But shout out Rencor though, my guy.
Whatever place they got at this event. Void.
Yeah.
Void.
I was there. I saw them get up. I saw them after they beat Phantom's team. Phantoms got up and he was very, very upset that they were snaking, stair glitching. The accusation of the parents thing came out after. That was like that didn't happen right there in front of me. But the stair glitching and all that one, they were getting up and they were pretty upset. The Spanish guys just kind of ignored it or walking away. But yeah, no, I don't know. If you have to win that way and it's that bad or another team feels like they have to get up and call you out for it, nah, it's shameless, bro. It's shameless.
To Snide as well, whatever it takes, correct, whatever it takes. But those players won't get picked up on a league team because of it. Unless
Miami really are in dire straits. I mean, why not give Super a go at this point?
I mean, it's took them that long to get Real a visa. Fuck me, there's no point now.
Yeah, true.
Wait, No, the visa, he got the visa fairly quick. Can we agree on that?
Not really.
I mean, it took him like 3 weeks, a month, which is not.
Yeah, but a month and a half, a month maybe.
You could do it.
Yeah, but like,
to be honest,
not really. You know, not really when there's a whole stage. Like that's a whole stage, and then you're not going to change your team before the major, so it's a whole stage.
And also after next major, there's like no break before the start of major for qualifiers.
Wait, how many? Someone told me there was a player. I don't know if this is true, but someone told me that this qualifying, this next stage that comes up is only like 3 or 4 weeks of matches. Is that true?
I think it's 4 weeks, and then
yeah, it's a lot shorter. I thought they were lying to me, but like, is it that much shorter this time around until Toronto? Like they said, Toronto's like in a month, like basically a month.
Well, it's like we got 2 weeks off, and then I think it's 4 weeks of qualifiers, and then the major, and then I think immediately after that there's 5 weeks of qualifiers in a row, and then the major after that. So it's pretty, 4 weeks of stage 5 the next.
There's
no
it's
the CDL, buddy. There's no, you don't even need to think about it.
What, we have one less major this year, right?
Of course.
Yes.
Why would we have the good amount? They just dock them off.
I just don't get that. Why go 7-7?
No, it's not been 7. It was 4. It was 4-5. It was 4-5.
So that's my point, Ace. Is
7
that
matches
there's literally
for 4 weeks and 5 weeks.
If it takes a minimum of a month to get a visa, there's literally no point, really.
Schedule is built around major venue booking.
Right yeah. I'm saying at this time right now, like start the year, whatever, like that, perfectly fine. You can risk that. Right now, there's literally no time.
I see what you're saying. For like we've mentioned on the show, like Hicksy and Beans, these guys like that. Whether they have visas or not, we don't know. But you're saying to start that process now would be pretty much chalked.
Well, I'm like 90% sure that Beans doesn't have a visa because on your first visa out there, you can't get any more than a year.
Okay.
I've had 3 visas. One has been a 1 year, one has been a 2 year, one has been another 2 year, I think, something like that. I'm pretty sure with your first visa, it can only be a 1 year visa. Charlie never had a visa for the US because he lived in Canada, so he had a Toronto visa.
But then, okay, so then what if he started the process?
I'm gonna assume it's you'd still need you would still need a work permit in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And you can't travel to America with a visa, like being processed.
So like, there's a lot of complications could happen.
Yeah, so like if I applied for a visa and tried traveling to the US, you can't go. I'm like 99% sure.
Yeah, Crone had to deal with that shit a little bit. Maybe that was Toronto though.
Well, we have OpTic and Heretics up right on the screen, don't we?
Well, I just want to see how they got shit on. Like, it was this was ugly. The Rio was a bit competitive. The Karachi weren't even close. And then the final series they played, of course, absolutely body slammed out of the tournament by the Carolina Royal Ravens.
If we're talking about a one-man change, we're looking at Metals going, right?
He was so good, like the first stage. Like he was actually
he was first good. The first like 3 games, he was frying. Yeah.
Yeah, but he just looked like he was shitting on kids. But now, once the game gets more cerebral and people are catching up and learning to play the game, he's clearly not look like the same player. Eric Boom and him, I think
if you put people on different teams with like I will reiterate this as best as I can. I think if you put Spanish players on teams with better structure, they will be a better player.
Yeah,
I've said this since day one, and I'll keep saying it. No fucking shock horror, I'm right again, because I'm never wrong.
Of course.
Four players like Spanish players can't play with each other in a competitive league like this. It will not work.
Yeah, I agree with that sentiment. I also agree that if you took like a piece like Vickle, for example, and put him on a different team, he could improve a lot of teams, honestly.
Look at him. Look at him last year. He wasn't simp, but he definitely played well. He stood out. Definitely played well. And there's a reason, that they kept him on that team. He got dropped because I don't think he wanted to play with someone or some shit like that. So he got the brute end of it. And then he came back, made the team better. Like take Real, for example. He might come into this team and he looked like shit.
Yeah.
But you saw him in Carolina and he looked pretty decent.
Well, he looked best he looked was in scrims when he was playing from Europe. But yeah, I still think he's got potential. I just don't really see what you do that turns this team into a force on land. I think they're just inevitably just going to get smoked on land.
You guys want to hear something interesting that was just something I found out that was just interesting, right? Apparently, the original as they're forming the Heretics roster, the original one that we saw it come into this game, Snoopy was actually someone they were thinking of putting on the team.
Yeah.
So they were going to make it an all-Spanish team with Snoopy being involved and having the sub-duo of Vickle and Snoopy. I wonder what the timeline and the alternate universe would look like if it was Snoopy and Vickle on this team. Would it have made a difference? But I don't know. It's interesting to think about that. That was like, Snoopy would have still worked. It would have made sense though.
I mean, listen, speaking of Boston and Snoopy, another dead last place in team.
Yes.
Here we go. I mean, look, you said Miami. They might look at Snoopy. Maybe they should get him. Maybe after this event, Snoopy gets dropped. Bang, Miami pick him up. They get what they wanted.
Okay.
Now,
so
let's.
Go on. I need this one. I have an apology I need to give. Okay. I have an apology I need to give. Okay. Maybe I've been a little too harsh on Snoopy. Okay. Maybe I've been a little too harsh on the kid. He's 19 years old. He's really young. He has an absurd level of gun skill. I'll give him that, and I want to make it clear that he is very raw talented. I apologize for being so harsh because you're a young guy. But we must have enough self-awareness and coaching awareness to know that he could be special, but you need to surround him with players. He needs to develop a bit more. There's no time to figure out what's going to happen. The proof here is another bottom 12 placing. You need to switch things up, try something else. And during this entire time, you have Capsidal with a 1.26 in challengers over the stage. In my opinion, either try them together again or try the swap, keep Snoopy on the bench, or let him go play in challengers. Let him play with Boston Breach Academy. I think they would love to have Snoopy. I think with that team, that's a group of brainful players, not brainless players. Cammy, Pentagram, these guys, these guys are good. So get Snoopy on there, give him some time. They have a coaching staff there too. That's my opinion. He's fries. He played decently this weekend in terms of his gun skill, but actually, if you watch the maps, he still was doing mistakes across the board that costed his team certain hills and again. But I do apologize for being so harsh on Snoopy.
I was convinced, Ace, that you were going to say, I need to apologize to absolutely nobody, and then just go on a massive rant. I was so ready for that.
No.
But wow, what's wrong with you today?
Fuck Capsidal. Fuck Capsidal at this point. Listen, he's had 2 chances in the league. Not fuck Capsidal like that, but I'm saying
fuck Capsidal and fuck your bitch. That's the trade.
Yeah, I'm not saying it like that. I'm not saying it like that. Love Cap. But what I'm saying is he's had 2 chances in the league. Bring someone else in. Bring a new face in. Bring someone new in. Bring someone that's frying in challenges. Even though Cap's frying, he's had his chances on Boston. I think him and Boston are just done.
Yeah, you might be right on that.
Bring someone new in.
It's like this team. They shouldn't be as bad as they are.
He's had 2 chances on Boston. It doesn't go very well. I think if I'm him, I'm going to be like, fucking hell, not Boston again. Like, fucking hell, I can't get away from the org. Let him just carry on frying challenges. Let him get picked up in the offseason. We've got people like Pentagram, Exceed, Joe Deceives if he doesn't get another chance on LA Thieves. We've got 2 finalists. If they can get Hixie a visa, do anything possible. But I don't think Cap helps this roster out. I think.
Wait, their Search and Destroy is so dog shit.
You've got to make a 2-man change.
The Search and Destroy is dog shit. Like
you've got to make a 2-man change. I think really and truthfully, if there's a statistic going around that Slasher and Asim have placed dead last every event that they've teamed together outside that one event they've won. So I don't know if you split Asim and him up. I don't know if you split Slasher and Priester up. But clearly, something's going to go on.
One of the ARs has to go, and honestly, on recent performances, I think you can go either way. I think there are questions, right? Really, it's their search, man. Like, their respawns actually aren't too bad. If you look at their hardpoint record this stage, 3-0 on Invasion, 2-2 on Karachi, 1-2 Skid Row, 2-1 Subbase, 0-1 Rio. That's fine. They're pretty dog shit at control. But it's the S&D that's let them down so many times. Like, they've won 3 searches this entire stage, and they've lost, I mean, what is that? 6, 8, 9? Like 3 and 9 in search. For a slasher team, that's so rare, right? So that's the question.
Because Slasher's the best S&D player I think Slasher's the best S&D player we've had since Black Ops 3.
Yeah, his record in that game mode is ridiculous, but it doesn't work on this team. I don't know whether it's his style to some degree. I know there's been talk about that the whole like play slow, play for pick style doesn't really work on this game because you just fire at things. I'm not really so sure that's fully the case, but something's wrong with their search, and the numbers play that out in reality.
Listen, if they want to get rid of Snoopy to replace him with someone, I'm telling you, put Priester on a sub, Slasher on the AR, get him a faster AR, someone that's going to pick up the kills. I think Priester would be way better on a sub, in my opinion. I think him and Asim would actually work pretty well together. Or get Asim on a second AR, something like that. If you don't want to make a 2-man change. But I think the ARs are too slow. I think what they have right now is Priester and Slasher are 2 slow ARs. All right, we look at Priester as being a faster AR. I think he's pretty slow this year. And then you've got Snoopy and Asim going off, going rogue, going crazy. I say you put Asim on an AR, Priester on a sub, bring in a sub Slayer, and let him and Asim do his thing. Let Priester and that guy do his thing. Let Asim on a faster AR, complementing Slasher. I think it will work. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, Slasher's super slow in control, which I don't even mind that much just because you don't really want to be throwing away lives. But in Hardpoint, it's quite interesting. Like, Priester and Slasher are pretty similar pace in Hardpoint, which is like they are so slow compared to most. I mean, well, let's have a look at this, right? 38 engagements per 10. Let's compare them to like an actual good team and see what. I mean,
I'll take New York.
Yeah, New York is probably a good idea. Yeah, so we're talking 38. New York's ARs.
Not the best hardpoint team, but a good hardpoint team. Let's just see, let's see.
We're looking at 41, 30. Yeah, so 37, 41. So Skies is similar to Slash and Priester, but Sib is playing at a much higher pace, which is what you need.
Exactly. You need that main AR, which in this case, Skies. Slasher, great man AR. He's gonna win you searches. His strats for search are good. He's a valuable piece of the team. No matter how you look at it, he can be dropping 0.6s in hardpoint and still win you searches. So you need him for 2 maps of every match you play, basically.
And also you gotta think, like, they have fucking Hydra, who's just insane. And Boston don't have anyone like that. So it's like that's a lot of engagements considering the fact that Hydra's literally winning every gunfight on the map. And Boston don't have anyone who does that.
I just think if they don't want to make a 2-man change, they've got to do a role swap.
Dead last, baby. Dead last of the league.
Yeah,
is the whole league right now? Everything?
Yeah, they are dead last out of everything. If I'm Zed and Dens, I feel like you got to start being more harsh.
We've got to do something.
You got to start being more harsh. Everyone talks about players. I'm the only one here that says. Not the only one, but I'm like I compare it to real sports. The team's not doing well. You look at the players. Continue looking at the players. They change. All right, bet. Continue looking at the players. Then we've got to start looking at coaching staff. That's the way I see it. Obviously, we have different takes on it. That players do run everything like that, but I don't think it hurts having a fresh change in that department too. I don't think anything hurts that. Do I think they need that? No, I don't. But I just think they're in such a fucking shit spot right now. And obviously the vibes are so dead over there. Like, something needs to happen. Blow it all up.
Thing is, they paid so much money for these boys. That, That's why I just can't. I don't see why they'd get rid of Slasher. It just doesn't make sense. You just got to figure out what Slasher wants to do. Like, I would trust Slasher to have some idea of what direction he wants to take the team. But then again, if he was instrumental in the Asim pickup and it still getting shit on. Like, the way they lost to Minnesota is just embarrassing because they actually smoked him in the hard points, like smoked him bad, and then they got Neslo'd. It's like, you can't be having that, especially because they got Neslo'd.
It was a dirty Neslo. As Lamar said in the interview, it was a dirty Neslo, all green to all red. Like that's like one of the most insane stat lines to close out a series I've ever
This
seen.
is pretty absurd, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense. Plus 16, plus 11, plus 4, plus 2, all above 1. And then their highest KD is a 0.96. Like, what?
I mean, that's always going to happen.
No, but like, it doesn't look this radical.
I mean, for a Neslo, it's not terrible, really. They got.
Click map 3.
But it's like Boston have the potential to, yes, actually have 5 kills this map. But this was the bullshit map where there was the fucking fire alarm going off. So, bit of forgaze.
No, the fire alarm. No. The fire alarm only happened at the end of round 2, going into round 3. So
I mean, Boston would definitely get
my point is they played two. My point is, it looks crazy, but it's actually not that crazy when you actually look at it. Invasion hardpoint, very spawn trap. You can literally spawn trap a team for so long on that map, and it came down to time, which is crazy to me. But that also explains to me there's a lot wrong with this Boston team other than just they can't win an S&D. They've 248 to 138 of them. If you can clip map 1, right?
Yeah, buddy.
They've 248 to 138 of them. And just look at the KDs. That proves to me there's a lot of kill whoring going on. They've not even won by 250, Ace. They've let the time go down to like that, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
And then
they've 2 guys below 0.7s, and somehow you didn't win the game fully. Huh?
Now, you've got to understand, you got to look at it like that. Like, the KDs are all very inflated. That's why I say it's like, it looks crazy. It kind of is crazy, but just look at that map 1 and tell me, like, how does that even make sense to you that they've won by time and not actual score?
I don't know. To me, again, when I look at this all, it just seems like, again, if you're losing S&Ds the way Boston's losing S&Ds, that's where strategy, communications, and actual teamwork great hardpoint requires all those things as well. Do not get me wrong. But I'm saying Surge is very specifically the reason you win. It's not necessarily your gun skill. You could snap on someone once in a while, but it's definitely your comms, strats, and how you're playing your spots in the map. Them being so bad at it is just kind of clear as to why what the big problem is with Boston. It's like there's definitely a comms problem, a strat problem, and we have some role issues and pacing issues. So Boston's in a really bad spot, and I think all the fears that everyone had for the beginning of the season when they saw this team formed have been literally coming to fruition. Literally, like, oh, this is a weird roster. Why did they form this roster? Let's make a change. One person change. Everything that people assumed at the beginning of the season was gonna be weird with this roster is literally exactly what's happening now.
I mean, like, people are comparing what I'm saying about Boston to OpTic getting outslayed on the invasion when New York played him on that, and OpTic got outslayed to fuck, and New York, should have won the map based on kills and it all being green. But that's the teamwork difference we're talking about right now. Like, I've always said, and I've said that since day one about New York, when me and Ace watched them in Major 1, and they were outslaying to the most crazy I've seen someone get outslayed before. I think it was against Carolina, and it was the closest game I've seen all season. And that's the teamwork diff. They're not, like, the kills they're getting, and it happens to be New York again. The kills they're getting, they're not influential on the map. Like, they're just not, and it's clear as day that it is like that. And I mean, shout out to the people that do play the game correctly in that instance. You can clearly see a difference when it comes down to it with teams like that. It was the exact same as my World War II team on Red Reserve. We always got outslayed every single time, but with 100-point clubs while all being negative. Like, that's just teamwork difference. That's getting the right kills in the right place, not getting useless kills.
All right, we've done 2 teams. We've got some other teams to cover.
Yes, keep cooking.
I'm gonna go.
Let's just to the top, or how are we doing this?
Quickly do Surge, okay? I'm going from top 12 up the list.
I got this. Wait. I got this. dog shit. All right, guys, next one. Good.
Yeah,
Great.
let's move on to the Los Angeles Thieves. So they played in the winners bracket against FaZe. Man, they should have won this. I'm generally not going to talk about Surge. I actually don't care. They're boycotted as far as I'm concerned.
Who, Surge?
Yeah, Surge get boycotted from the show. Like, do we agree, or do we want to like talk about them for 30 seconds?
There's nothing to talk about, really.
No, I mean there's
no, because everything to talk about just stems from the fact that they could have been a decent team if that Illy thing didn't happen, and now they're just falling behind, and it sucks. They need to make a change, and they need to make it quick. And where the fuck's Rambo?
Where is this guy, bro? Can we do a tweet? Can we say like, oh, maybe? Okay, let me just have a quick look. Let's see if he tweeted anything. I want to see. Look, sorry to the fans who are working on this. We're going to come back stronger. The last thing he tweeted was bloody Godzilla Kong Warzone bundle finisher.
Dude, the fact that the tweet is what it is, and it's a quote of this is just so annoying. Okay, listen, this is what it is. Only thing I have to say about Surge. Only one thing I have to say. We never got a report. We never got a confirmation. We never got a league-wide controversy that Illy was ever completely banned. So, what I want to say is maybe I think Illy's just like licking it right now, and Seattle have to just. I think there was a big controversy. Obviously, it looked really bad for the org, but at some point, bro, like, do you want to win? It's been a major. It's been a stage. He embarrassed the org maybe or something. But like, bro, just let him in. Let him back on. Like, this is not working very clearly. You guys want a chance to win. You need Illy to will you to victory. He's probably somewhere still in Canada. Get him back on the team. Drop Drazah, drop any of them, bro. Just get Illy back on the team and get some new guys. Take risks on Dak or 04 or Gunless. Who cares? Take a risk on somebody. Put Alec and Pierce back together maybe and go from there. I don't know. Do something, bro. Just please, for God's sakes, do something. You guys need to win something.
Two-man change.
Yeah, go on, Trey.
Listen, two-man change. Get Abuser back on the AR because that's what he ran in challenges. Unfortunately, you're going to have to get rid of Huke because he just hasn't been Huke. And Brezzy, unfortunately, that didn't work out. Two-man change.
Also, let's say
I think my poor guy who
Brezzy
got baited to fuck.
I also want to put this clear cut. Brezzy's probably a good player, but the situation he's put in obviously is probably one of the worst situations we've ever seen for a challengers player to get thrown into. So, again, Brezzy, people should give him some benefit of the doubt here, and hopefully, I really, really, truly hope that like people don't give him like some stigma or like he doesn't stay out of the league for 2, 3, 4 years or something crazy just because he's tossed into such a bad situation.
Now, listen, everyone's saying keep RCs, keep RCs.
10, 13.
Yeah, no, everyone's saying keep RCs, keep RCs. What do you want to do? You want them to three-man change, blow it up? That just isn't happening.
Yeah.
You want them to keep Huke? I mean...
Why?
Like...
No, but Huke's been trying his best, man. Like I think Huke's the only guy who actually.
Well, so we'll just we'll keep Brezzy too then because he's trying his hardest as well. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. If you watch them play, Huke's like actually making plays. Everyone else has accepted they're gonna lose.
Huke's their best player. I must be.
What are you talking about?
You don't think Huke's been
absolutely twisted?
You don't think Huke's been their best player over the last few weeks? I'll stand on that. I think Huke's been the best player on Seattle in terms of impact. He's at least trying. You can look at the numbers. Like, Huke actually puts pace on the map. His engagement numbers are way higher than anybody else. RCTs has accepted they're losing the series, and he goes out there for a nice KD.
My point about the interactions is so flawed in terms of, is it impactful though?
I mean, look, I'm not the fucking analysis of the game.
Just because you're fast as fuck and you die a lot, it's not mean you're trying hard.
Agreed.
Maybe that's just the way that Huke plays. But when I watch them play the game,
I'm on your head. No, Rab, I'm on your head. No. Rab what just happened was Rab went with a crack narrative. That's what he just did. He said because you're running around like a headless chicken, aka Snoopy Huke, you're good. You must be trying hard.
I didn't say Huke was good. He is their best player there right now.
This narrative infuriates me too. All right. Sack 1B7. Trey is friends with RCTs. He says it himself. Motherfucker, I'm friends with everyone in the league. All right. Do you know the amount of times I've said to Alec, "You fucking shit. Sort it out." I'm a friend, all right? If you can't take me saying you need to sort it out, Alec's been in the show when I said they need to drop players. Alec needs to step it up, okay? You're asking for a fucking 3-man change? It's not happening. There's been many a times where I've DM'd people. People DM me every single day. Yeah, I think Alex should stay because they're not making a 3-man change. Then they're just not.
They're probably going to do nothing, to be honest.
Yeah, they might not even do anything.
No, I think they're doing something. I don't think
Clay's been one of my good friends for years. And I literally said last time, what was it before the major? It was like, oh, if he has a bad major, he needs to go. Oh, I'm just saying, I don't think Alec goes. That's my point.
Let me add on to that as well. That so this is another thing I think some of you guys are maybe not understanding when it comes to the business side of the CDL. Like when you release everyone, you still have to pay them a chunk. So it's like you're gonna release these players that you have signed probably at not the best of contracts. I'm gonna assume, right? So you're gonna release them, pay them severance 2 or 3 months, and then you're gonna re-sign a whole new 4. So you're paying out this big bulk of money, and then you're going to re-sign and pay more money, and then you're paying for relocation. You're paying for a lot of things. So from a business standpoint, too, keep in mind, some of your guys' decisions are also... Business decisions also prevent CDL teams from making big changes because sometimes it's not worth it. How about that?
Now, the thing that annoys me the most is you guys don't know COD like I do. I'll put it bluntly. I'll put that in the nicest way possible. You guys don't know COD like I do, and I'm talking about in-game shit. All right, I watched a match prior to the LAN event, yeah, where Surge literally had the control versus, it might have been against Minnesota, I can't remember. They had it in the bag. All right, they literally won it. Alec was pushed out somewhere. His teammates pushed out on the other side. They were cap a day point. It was perfect. Nothing could have went wrong, apart from someone challing outside of the point for no reason, across the map, for no reason, and it lost them the map. But you guys don't see that. I do.
Wait, go back to that picture, Illy. Go back to that picture, Illy, quick. This is me whenever Rab tries to say Hookah's a good player. This is my face. As soon as I heard that shit, that was me right there. That's my face exactly what Rab said.
I didn't say Hook was good, but what I am saying is that Hook plays... I think that Hook at least plays the game and tries to play the game in the way that the best teams actually play the game. Like, if you watch FaZe this weekends, they ain't playing slow. Like, okay, let's just have a look at some of FaZe's engagement numbers here by comparison to this absolutely dogshit Seattle Surge team. Because FaZe are putting action on the map here. Okay, Hardpoint, Major 2, Salim's at 38. We've got 45 from Simp, 43 from Drazah, 40 from Abizi. Hook's playing at 44. The other guys are in the 30s. Arsteez is at like 34. Like, you ain't doing shit on the map. So, I'm going to stand on my opinion that Hook is the best player on that team right now in terms of the way that he's playing. Is he actually a good player? I wouldn't go that far.
We can have our disagreements there.
I mean, fuck it. Just blow it all up, bro.
Yeah, blow it up, baby. All right, I really didn't want to talk about that dogshit team, so let's just...
Yeah, let's pass by. Okay.
Let's okay, Thieves.
LAT?
How the hell did they pull this off, man? I can't believe the weekend started for them like this, with them so nearly going up 2-0 on FaZe. And if they'd have got up 2-0, I mean, they could have done it because they won the invasion control comfortably. Like, they actually kind of smoked FaZe on that control. And yeah, okay, maybe early tournament jitters for FaZe or whatever you want to say, but there was a world in which here Thieves knocked FaZe down to losers, and instead, Thieves got bodied out top 12 by the Los Angeles Gorillas, baby. Insane scenes. Gorillas have their number again. Even after dominating the rear hardpoint, a lot of it was down to the search and destroy. Like, Gorillas deserve a lot of credit. And again, it's one of these
LA Thieves just can't win a search. That's not 6-5. They just keep losing 6-5. They can't win their round 11s.
No ice.
LAG looks like a different team on land. Like I know that they play split. I think 2 guys live on one side, 2 guys live on the other side of the country. So like internet's definitely a problem for them. But on land, man, like Estriel, I'm gonna say, although 1.2 from DiamondCon, but like Estriel is a certified shooter, man. That I low key wish. This is my thought process. I wish LAG was bottomed out, like top 12, so that he had a chance of being released, and we could have saw him on like a more middle of the pack team. Because realistically, yeah, they're gonna get some points from this. Do I think the glory story is gonna continue? I don't know, right? It's kind of up in the air, but I would love to see Estriel play with some better players. I know I tweeted that Gwyn is probably the most underrated. After this weekend with Carolina doing so well, like doing not so well, but outdoing expectations, now my most underrated player is Estriel. So
I love Estriel. Our team of women challenges, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, kid's good.
Yeah,
kid's really good.
Yeah, and I think the worst thing about it is he doesn't play on good internet at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays on terrible internet at home.
They need a bloody internet line upgrade then, Gorillas, rather than a roster upgrade. Because honestly, you got to give credit to Vios and those guys over there, because given the resources they have and what they put together and all the flack that they took at the start of the season, and from us, to be fair, for getting shit all online. I mean, getting 3-0'd by Surge is unforgivable as far as I'm concerned.
I mean, we can only speak on what we see, though.
But it's still, exactly. And this is the frustrating thing about all this online COD, is that you're speaking about matches that are not irrelevant, because obviously the best teams are still the best teams and the worst teams are typically still the worst teams. But you go to LAN and it is a different game. And the Gorillas are a different team. I mean, the fact that they 3-1'd ROKKR, obviously a tough loss for the ROKKR boys, and we'll talk about them in a second in terms of changes they might need to make. But I mean, they let Assault fry against them. Assault's had some shocking series this year, and he came up with the most damage, highest KD. So
yeah, I'm pretty sure Estriel plays like very far east, if I'm not mistaken.
He plays in Tennessee, Memphis. So very far east. Yeah, very far east, and some I know what Assault's in Austin, and then
I assume so.
And then who else? DiamondCon. I don't know where DiamondCon's from. Fame plays from the West Coast. So like, the shit's really bad. Like they have the worst setup in terms of where people are. But yeah, DiamondCon, also another very underrated guy. DiamondCon throughout the entire year, from the start to now, has just been one of those guys that, like, under the radar, has just been piecing. Playing really well, consistently. Adam Assault, I guess, is just the greatest differential player between online and LAN. Because every time online we say drop him, drop him, drop him, drop him, he gets to LAN and then does something 1.38. This series not so good, but he does something worthwhile or gets like a crazy round that lets him keep going. I don't know what it is, man. Adam Assault's the guy who's so on the cusp of being shit, but then gets to LAN, outdoes the accusations, but then continues being shit. Lanimal, bro.
I honestly like Assault. When I used to play, okay, so in Infinite Warfare, I used to just mold the way I play off Trey. Don't want to give you too much gas, but I used to watch, you were the best out of the game for a period, so I used to watch your shit. Next game, it used to be Assault. World War II. Because Assault was so good at that game, man. The bar, Samurai Dumont, Assault was a guaranteed 1.4. Last few years,
I also couldn't run an AR in that game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you fell off big time.
No, my team, I was running flex. I was running flex, and my team literally said, like, you're not a good AR in this game. Literally after getting MVP on the last game. And they were like, we're going to try you on a sub, and if you shut on a sub, you're going to get dropped.
What the fuck?
Well, you cooked that. I mean, you were good with a PPSH.
Yeah, it's fucking
amazing. You had to learn how to use it. And then he fried on the sub with the Sorg in Black Ops 4. But, Assault's just... He's a good player. He's just fallen off a bit over the last few years. But he does tend to turn up on LAN. I mean, let's not forget, this guy's won one LAN in his career, and it's the bloody World Championship, and he was the MVP. Say fluke all you want. It was difficult to win champs back then. You had to win a lot of bloody matches.
They did have the blessed bracket, I'm just going to say.
Yeah, okay, you run that tournament 100 times.
He knows they had the blessed bracket. Let's be honest.
Trey was gonna throw for that blessed bracket. Trust me. But we all decided against it because we bad juju. But
still had to beat TK in the finals.
But yeah, that was our boogeyman.
Absolutely. I mean, what do we think about Thieves? What do we do? It's challenges is called in for Afro. I know he tweeted about this as well, basically saying like, yeah, I'm not playing up to standard. I guess the point is, what do we do if we're J-Cap and Shane? Do we bring Joe to Thieves back in? That doesn't inspire me really. Crimp is
he has been frying in challenges though.
Yeah, maybe.
You've got to give him his chance. If they've kept him on the roster for a reason, they kept him on the roster for a reason.
He has the second highest KD in challengers across the stage, 1.24. Capsidal at first, him second.
All right, put him in. So, I'm convinced. Easy.
He's been
now listen. Do they keep Afro, put him to challengers, and then if he starts frying again,
put him back in? Joe Thieves goes.
Nah, I'm just saying like a lot of things could go about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think they'll probably keep him on the bench if they were to get rid of him.
No, whether they keep him or not, it's irrelevant. I think finally they have a good formula here with Ghosty and Nasty. Like you have guys who could pretty certified are going to be shooting. You add in Joe Thieves with those guys. I actually think, they looked better than what they placed.
Oh my God, they should have been top 6 for sure, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of unfortunate to say like they just got shit on in this tournament, but they actually didn't. If you watch the matches, next stage, I'm excited to see them with Joe on the roster because this team. Yeah. You have Joe being the certified, headless chicken running around. Kremp being the slow. He'll maintain it. Ghosty obviously certified shooter, Nasty certified shooter. If you have good coaches, they're going to be good.
See, look at that damage again from Afro. Like,
bro doesn't shit anyone. He has under 40 engagement to 10 as a sub is actually embarrassing, to be honest.
Criminal.
Yeah,
like one of these guys needs to be at 44.
I love the kid. You gotta give credit to Nasty and Kremp for coming in and actually, making it. The team looks good, really.
Yeah, they're showing some signs.
I don't want to say good because they're not winning, but they're looking better. With some life. The issue is they probably lose a bit of S&D because Afro is probably their best S&D player. If we're all in agreement with that.
We check his S&D from this tournament.
This tournament, well, they only played a couple of games, but I can show you the series, I guess.
Sure.
I just thought it was interesting that even despite the fact that Afro has highest kills per rounds, highest first bloods, all the plants and diffusers, highest KD in search for this team this stage, he still has no damage.
He always has lowest damage, and that's something that he needs to sort out because it's been a thing for the past 3 years since he's been in the CDL. Like, he just doesn't shoot people.
It's kind of important.
He plays incredibly slow, and he's a good cleanup player. He's a very good cleanup player, but he plays incredibly slow. Like, it's weird. Over time, he used to be a lot quicker when he was playing with you, Trey. He used to be a lot quicker. I don't know what you did. I don't know if you told him to keep speeding up. You put a light under his ass. I don't know what you did, but now he's progressively gotten slower over the years. Okay, let's see. What do you have? Afro, okay, 1.0.
Map 5 was ugly. He actually just shot himself map 5, I'm not going to lie. There were a few players on that high rise that were not good, but it's not like he was the only player. And then the game 2 against, it was on the high rise search as well, but they lost
7-7.
round 5.
And then that's it.
It's still Afro's been their best search player, but it's not working. You can't, when the team gets top 12 like this, you just can't stick it out. It doesn't work, especially for Thieves.
Yeah.
The question is whether it's 1 or 2 man. I think I would probably just do 1. Like, I think Nasty has definitely done enough to stay on the team.
I would say 1 to begin with for Afro right now, just because currently he's just the worst player. If that doesn't work, then you could swap. Maybe this is hypothetical. Don't cook me, chat. Relax. But like, you could hypothetically then swap in if they decide to keep him on the bench, Afro for Kremp, and see maybe this combination works better, right? Maybe Joe Thieves, Afro, Ghosty, Nasty works better than a Joe Thieves, Kremp, Ghosty, Nasty. I think this switch is gonna be the best one. I think Afro for Joe right now is gonna be the 4 that does work, but Thieves are notorious for making not random, but they're notorious for just swapping out their rosters and trying different combos. I don't see that as out of the realm of possibilities here for them to try out different rosters and see which one is the best one.
Yeah, they probably should have done that a little bit before now, but you know, they've got a bit of time to work with it.
All right, LA Thieves. I think we talked about LA Thieves, man.
Yeah, we've done
Thieves. They're a good team. They're going to compete. Afro might just need a break.
Yeah.
All right, Vegas Legion. These boys, man. Look, game 1 against Toronto on Rio, I wouldn't give them a pass exactly, but Toronto just played that really well on the second rotation. It was the invasion search. They should not have bottled that. The Nero play was just unforgivable. And then the invasion control, they possibly could have won as well. So it was tough to lose to Toronto, but Toronto weren't that good this tournament. There's no doubt. We'll get into that. And then, okay, they did win their losers game against Surge, but who wouldn't? And then they got bodied out of the tournament by Ravens. This is kind of what I was saying going in, that this Vegas team, however impressive they were online, LAN is a different ball game, and I didn't think that they would have quite the ice. But they did win both hard points in the Ravens series. They got Nesload. Like 2 searches. That Game 5 invasion was some of the most beautiful and ugliest cards I've ever watched. And it was the same shit when these two teams played each other back online during Major 1. So tough to comment on this, but it's like Vegas come in and they probably should have got top 6, they got top 8, and Ravens probably the other way around. So it's just one of those series really, but I think Vegas have got a few things to think about because Purge and Nassim had a bit of a stinker in the Toronto game. I
would say this is probably the closest 3-0 we've had in a while, just like in terms of full across the board, right? This Toronto Paris one, or Legion one. Dylan was not having a great series either. Purge had a criminal series. Looked like everyone was looking like it just looked like the Purge from Major 1. But the bigger thing here, I want to say, that Nero troll, it's their S&D random trolls, right? You have a Nero troll for this series that could have extended it, getting to their good maps too, right? If you look at the map for it, the chat is blocking it if you scroll up a little bit. Their Skid Row is one that's up in the air, and then High Rise, I think actually, Vegas has a chance on it. So, but then you go up to the Carolina match, that was theirs to win. First blood, round 5, and then Purge J Nassim decides to just run down the road for no given reason to fire a car and throw his life away. Vegas 100% should have been top 6. And Carolina, again, even in the interview I did with Fellow, he even says, yo, those dudes just scammed. He didn't even think they should have won. He literally said they shouldn't have won that. They just scammed. So, in my opinion, I think, this is the clip. First blood, and then just decides to chow that. What?
Bro, he just needs to go to the white card to the right, or he can even just lay down in one of these corners here. It's fine.
This is my thing, yeah. We give
this is the worst play possible.
Obviously, right, we give players a lot of credit, or like too much credit. He doesn't need to fucking do anything.
He
doesn't need to get pushed on A-bomb. He doesn't need to. He can sit on the street with attach, or wherever attaches, and bro, you can let them get the bomb down. You have a 4v3 situation. You have numbers. Call out the cross to bomb, and then you pounce on something together. You don't have to make a move. Attach has the bomb. Attach has a cross to bomb.
Nero was in a great spot as well. Like, I don't even
know what the fuck's going through his brain there.
Nothing,
if that's my teammate after the map, I'm uppercutting.
Bro, listen, they get the kill in this moment. Anything he could have done was better, even if he right now goes and pushes Diner. Okay, look, you go Diner, at least you have a viable gunfight. Why? This is not a viable gunfight. You're laying down with a sub challenging an AR on fire tank? Are you out of your fucking mind?
To someone put in the chat, I can see at the moment he thought he didn't know where else to cut. He doesn't need to do anything. That's my point. These players try and do too much. He just needs to sit there with Attach on the street. Attach watches bomb cross. He watches a street push. Doesn't have to challenge anything. Attach calls cross the bomb. He gets a call out. Look where Nero is on the map. Oh shit, they're planting a bomb. Nero can then pinch, do anything what they can collapse as a team. They can collapse as a team. Listen, if Simp ain't winning that gunfight, Purge ain't winning the gunfight. Simp ain't doing that and winning the fight. I'm sorry. He's not. You're in a 4v3, 5-5. You don't need to do anything. Chill the fuck out. And use your numbers.
Last thing, especially, and it's just last little exclamation of that is, especially though, don't do that. especially though, don't do that.
Pretty tough for Vegas because, like, I mean, they should have been 5th in the standings now. It's not the end of the world, but
Purge. I'm gonna say it. Purge. I think needs to. They need to swap out Purge. Too much. He costed them. With KD, he costed them. Slaying power. He had a couple good series online, but you can't have someone with such big peaks and valleys, right? If he's giving you a 1.3 once in a while, but then giving you a 0.9 or 0.8 or 0.7 the rest of the time, it's not that you need. If Legion gets someone that's literally just a consistent 0.9, I think they play better than with Purge.
I disagree.
Genuinely.
I disagree. The reason they've been so good is because of him. Really.
He dropped 14 in 3, map 1.
Listen, we're
because
very
of 2P2s. Yeah.
Come on. We're very
the record, baby. That's
harsh.
KD record. Like, go.
We're very harsh on players when they make a bad play and stuff like that. Yeah, I'd be pissed off. Like, you put anyone else in that situation, they probably win the map. But that's the chance you take on these young players. It probably pays off in challenges. It's not paying off in the CDL. All right, like, that's how it is. I think right now they don't need to change. I think they need to just chill him out and be like, bro, you understand where you fucked up there, right? Like, you want, like, be honest. And if they got better with him. They changed his role. He's got a lot better. Obviously, Geo attached being as good as he is obviously helping. But he's definitely improved as a player. Like, everyone's saying he needs to be dropped, to then being in contention, nearly beating Toronto, even though he had a bad series there. And then, let's be real, should have beat Ravens to be 5th in the standings. I don't think this team should change, if I'm being honest with you. That's my opinion.
If they don't change, they don't compete. That's the fact.
But they've been competing.
Nope. This is the same argument I had with the first stage, with the end of stage 1 ROKKR. They're competing, but they're not going to win. Right? They're getting people. They're pushing. This is the same argument you had, right? This is the argument you actually gave me. Funny enough, this is the Trey argument to me. If you push every top team to a round 5, but you don't win in the end, you're still a loser. You're still shit. This is your argument. Exactly.
Of course. That's when ROKKR are 1-6.
No. I said from the end of stage 1. But then continue. Yes, they're 5-2 with the easiest schedule. Again, that's cheese, but I still want to say it. The easiest schedule. They're good against the bottom 8 teams, not good against the top 4 teams. Are we trying to create teams just to make champs and try to do something?
Yeah.
Or are we trying to create teams? Or are we trying to create teams that can crack top 4, beat an NYSL, maybe beat a Toronto? Even Toronto, this event was their most vulnerable. Probably we'll see them at this year, most likely.
The only team I could see competing with the. Hang on, let me check the standings real quick before I make a terrible statement.
I just think Vegas will. I don't know. Go on, Trey.
The only team I see competing with the top 4 based on how much money they have is Boston. Not saying they're going to compete with them with the roster they have or anything like that, but the top 4 teams are way so clear to me because of how much money they invest. I don't see Paris picking up someone and beating the top 4 team based on that.
No. But you're okay. There's subtlety and nuance to the point. It's not about the money they have. Vegas, with very little money, have the best core 3 out of any team at their point in the standings or below them. Agree or disagree? Attach Geo Neuro is a disgusting core 3. If their last piece is the one that's holding them back, all this IGL shit people are saying is the dumbest shit I've ever heard in the world. Everyone calls out strats in S&D. Like, what are you all talking about? They just need a better 4th piece that's consistent to then allow them. I'm not saying they're going to become 3rd. I'm saying they could compete properly with. They should have beat Toronto. They should have beat Carolina. If you have a 4th piece that's not dropping a 0.6 or not running out and making the dumbest play we've possibly not ever seen, but definitely one of the worst plays we've seen in an S&D round 5, then you possibly win. They don't have to spend a bunch of money. There are better players, or at least not better. Maybe not better. Maybe not high. There's more consistent players than Purge. And then Adam asked me who they get to replace him. That's a good question.
This is my point, though, Ace, is that All right, so we're using this point. Does Toronto need to drop Envoy then?
Why would they have to drop? Why are you comparing this right now?
Vegas can get Envoy easy.
Because he just had an
Envoy.
absolute stinker. Did he not?
I agree. He had one of the worst tournaments he ever had.
So did they need to get rid of him then?
It's time to go.
No, because Purge has had more time to prove himself, and he's not an established player like Envoy. That's a dumb argument.
But Purge has made him better. Who are you dropping Purge for?
Whoa. Purge did not make them better. Make it better. Geo made them better. That's horseshit. Come on, bro.
Purge swapping roles made them better.
Bro, it's a fucking team game, bro. What?
Okay, but you're gonna
right. So listen. All right, you drop Purge. All right, you drop Purge. Pick up someone that can slay. Okay. Who does the other stuff that Purge does?
I didn't say slay. Again, see how we're forgetting. I hate. This is why I hate.
No,
the chat.
you literally just said makes kills.
No, I didn't. I said
just did.
No, I did not. I said consistent. He could be a consistent 0.9, and they would have a better chance. The peaks and valleys is the problem. The peaks in the valleys is the problem of Purge. This is my issue. We don't need another. We already have Slayers. Attach Slayer. Geo certified.
Someone has to get fried, bro. Someone has to play bad sometimes.
I'm okay with that. At this point, you're better off with. I mean, I don't want to throw his name into it, but like, you're better off with a goddamn Exceed at this point, bro. I don't know. You're better off with someone just that's like, will at least more or less give you a 0.9 or maybe a 1.0, has a little bit of pop-off potential, and then just goes ahead and can at least do the right play. That's my point.
There's a reason Attach, Geo, and all those people are playing so well right now.
Okay.
That's that. Like you get rid of Purge. Why would you change? Why would you change a team that's just gone 5-2 in the online quarters, regardless who you play? You can only play who's in front of you. To then nearly beat in Toronto, which yes, nearly doesn't count.
Yep.
All right, nearly same, but they're playing well against a team who we say is a top 4 team, which they are. Don't know where they are right now, based on whatever just happened. To then losing to Carolina, well, yes, Purge made a mistake. We all make fucking mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. I've seen Simp chow the dumbest shit of all time. But
0.67 and then losing you a series. That's all I mean. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Very simple. One round does not mean he lost in the series. That is so fucking faded. It's not even funny.
No, wait, what? No,
I think Ace is faded for this. My perspective is they've made improvements as a team. I think you've got to be realistic that they ain't going to be winning events. They were, I think, 6th best team this event in that kind of ballpark. They didn't end up getting the placement that they wanted, but they've still made improvements. My feeling is they've just got to, I think you run it back. Teams can improve over time, you know, like they've played together for one stage. Give them another month. I think they can be better and more well-rounded than they are. I think they'll take some confidence away.
Against Ravens, Gio had the worst KD.
Yeah, drop him, Trey. It's time to go.
Against Surge, Gio had the worst KD. Against Ultra, he had the second best KD.
But Vegas play OpTic, FaZe, and New York.
So, but if you want to go on this narrative that Gio has made them the best they can be, all I'm saying is this team does not need to change. Regardless if you think getting rid of Purge makes them better or worse, they don't need to change. Because
go ahead.
The reason Attach is playing so well is because of these players around him.
Oh, I'm fine with all this. Listen, this is why, again, there's subtlety to my argument, but everyone's just on this very polarizing, faded or not faded. But you have to see what I'm saying though. Like again, there's a couple people in the chat that I see can actually understand what I'm trying to say. Is that they can't crack top 4 with Purge. That's the issue. That's it. Done. Nothing else to talk about. He can't crack top 4 with Purge dropping 0.6s. The players you have are not Kleenex. They're not Insight. They're not. That's not who you have. You don't have
exactly.
a scrap.
No one's gonna crack top 4 if we're talking like that. Then
no. See, this is what I'm saying though. But you have the best core 3 besides those top 4 people. So now, who do you need? What do you need to complete your team? You need a 4th that can compete with those top 4 guys to make sure you slam all the ones below you, and you can actually potentially take a map off of Toronto that you should have won.
Statistically, Gio was their worst player this major.
1 second, I'm trying to get to the breaking point.
I think what I would do if I was Vegas, if I wasn't taking the piss, is I would stick and I would sign a sub to put some pressure on. Like I'd sign somebody that I know. But in an
not
ideal
signing
world,
yourself,
if you were a serious organization, what you would do is you'd say, okay, Purge is like, if we are going to make a change, it's probably going to be for Purge, realistically speaking. So let's find someone that we think could be a good option to potentially try. Put him on the sub bench, not necessarily even try him, but just show that, all right, like we're serious. If a team doesn't improve, we're going to be trying some things out.
Fair enough. I think we've covered them though. I think we're going to disagree. One of the things someone said, I just want to address this really quick, was Nero lost them the S&D in the other one. The difference is there is very clear. Nero got the first blood, then costed his life. So that's the difference there. He got a blood and then he died.
If that screws up his mental, by the way,
that actually kind of makes it worse.
No. It is no. I'm not saying it's a good play still. I'm saying Purges is worse because he just throws his life away. He didn't get the first blood and then die and get traded out. He just ran and dies. The difference. It's still a dumb play, but one is definitely worse. That's all I'm saying.
Now, Purge has a strong mental though because he was getting so much shit and he actually started playing better. So I don't think putting someone on the sub bench is going to make Purge.
Who said? Which one of you said that? Which one of you guys said that Gio had the worst KD on their team for this tournament? Which one of you said that?
That was me, but it was probably second worst. All I'm saying is he probably didn't play worse than Purge. But
Purge 0.88, Gio 0.94 for this tournament specifically.
Purge the GOAT. He bounced back from 0.66.
And one of them has to die more than the other, which is always Purge.
I'll agree with all this, but if everyone's gonna sit here and think that Purge is the GOAT all of a sudden, you're
no.
Okay, I'm not. I can't.
Okay,
I can't,
all right. I'll raise you this one, Ace. Like, interested to hear your perspective. So that Toronto team last year, when they bring Hixie in, it's a similar position. Like, okay, you can make Hixie better. You can put Envoy in, for example, but was the rest of the team playing well because they had a team, they had a guy like Hixie? Yeah. But
of course.
So, but of course they win the event or they get top 4 or they place well. So it's like, oh, well, we don't need to make a change. And sure, in this case, maybe it's Vegas underperforming, but let's be honest, this team has just gone 5-2 in the online split and they've come in and they've nearly beaten Ultra and they've done quite well. So I don't think it's as clear cut as to say that upgrading in that position makes the team better.
What, bro? Bro, what?
I don't think there's enough evidence to make that clear.
I'm saying they mesh well as a team.
Toronto upgraded Hixie for Envoy. Are they actually better?
Yes.
Yeah, they won Major 1, but look at their results so far this year. Last year with Hixie, they won an event and they made the grand finals. This year with Envoy, they won an event and they're top 4.
At the end of the game.
And there's no Envoy in the market.
Matter. End of the game. Different timings. Envoy had the worst event of his career. So, again, not comparable. They went from the best, literally the best team in the game, phenomenal, to, what, 4th? Mm-hmm. Am I correct there? 4th? It's not, okay, that's not great. Still not the end of the world. They went 6. They had a good. They were still top 4. Good, not great, but Envoy makes them better. So again, this guy said my point pretty much as clear as I can make it for anyone in here that doesn't want to. I don't know. Doesn't want to listen. Ace just wants Vegas to find someone to make Vegas contend against the top 4, but there isn't anyone that's gonna do that right now. I disagree with the second part, but the first part is that just make someone that you can contend with top 4. Purge is not the guy that makes them contend with the top 4. And it's really, truly that simple.
Okay, and Minnesota ROKKR. Let's do them.
Someone said Hixie. The visa issue is there, so that's all I gotta say. Ace, who would you bring in?
I'm gonna be the first person to actually go for a P mid. We had this discussion the other time. I need to go pee because I've drank a Monster and a full bottle of drink. Good. So if we want to chill on the Minnesota and carry on talk about Purge real quick, that'd be fantastic.
I got it. Don't worry, because I'm gonna address something I saw here. Because they said to me, who would you pick up instead? Hixie would have been my shout, to be honest, because I feel like they would be really, really good. But if you obviously can't get him because of visa issues, then you have guys like Dak, 04, you have Exceed, which, again, these bad narratives on their names, I understand, but if someone's consistently getting top 2 in challengers, top 2 or 1, end of story. And I know Dak and 04 are not consistent. That's a little more of a risk, but you have ceilings there. But if you're willing to take a risk on a Purge who's dropping you 0.6s and 0.7s, I don't know how much crazier the risk can be. What, is Dak going to come in and drop a 0.5 all of a sudden? I don't know.
Bro, your analysis on Purge is just so unfair. Like, we're just running around sounding...
How?
Okay, we say he's dropping 0.6s and 0.7s. That is absolute cap. Like, okay,
Purge had... Player? Tell me.
You literally just said he's running around drawing 0.6s, 0.7s. He had one bad series this event. The other series he's played perfectly fine. In the online split, Purge has been a very respectable, serviceable player. There is no way that you can guarantee me that putting any of those players you mentioned into that team makes them better. And they've got the chemistry with Purge now. They seem to trust him. They seem to like him. I feel like they can keep making some strides with Purge in the roster. I don't think this whole blow it up mentality because he makes one bad play and has one bad series is guaranteed to improve their roster. And okay, sure. To be honest, it's interesting for me because I've been on this perspective of like, you want to try and win. But if you're Vegas, that's not always the case. I think every team has to actually accept this season that winning events ain't going to happen. With the way these teams work, it ain't going to happen. The plan is to be as best as you possibly can be. Try and compete with the top four if you possibly can. And I feel like this team is on a good trajectory to do that. They've not had the tournament they wanted, but I don't think it's the end of the world.
You know who has the worst KD on the team?
I don't fucking care about KD, man. Fuck with this KD bullshit narrative.
Don't cheese me. Don't cheese me. I'm Mr. I don't care about KD. So don't cheese me with this one. It's not gonna work on me. Okay.
Bro,
first off. Secondly, do you know what their worst game mode is?
Vegas. I mean, this major or the whole stage?
Yes. This major. Guess.
This major.
Guess. Literally, guess.
Who did they lose to? Oh, I don't even know. Their search.
Think about why they lost series. They
lost their search was bad. Yeah.
Searches, right? So they're 4 and 8 in searches. Try an S&D star like 04. Try an S&D star. What do you like? Why everyone their hard point and control is where they can compete. Their respawn is where they're good. You need someone that can compete with S&D. The fact that people in chat are saying I'm faded is actually like mind blowing. It's truly mind blowing to me that you guys think with Purge they're gonna do something. It's insane.
I don't like the fact that 04 just won an event and we already won them in the league.
Purge is challenges champion from last year, man. Like.
Hang on. You want people to mature and stop going in so fast. Let him play a few more challenger events.
For what? For him to drop 0.9s?
Who? 04?
Oh, okay. You're talking about 04. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying just because 04 won an event doesn't mean he should automatically get put in a pro team.
Trey. You know this as well as I know this. Okay, we've been around and seen challengers players come around. How often? Name me another challengers player that's in a second event. One challengers second event. Name me one.
All I'm saying is that just give him bro. He doesn't need to be picked up straight away, bro. Like a player like that getting thrown straight into the mix, bro, just doesn't need to be happening.
Name me a player that has gone from
Joe DeCeves played rank play and went straight into the league.
Oh, Lamar's in the chat. He says Joe DeCeves did it. Okay, Joe DeCeves is in challenge right now, dropping 1.24. Sure, he's a little bit underwhelming, but his potential, we all see it. Purge's potential, I'm just saying, I don't necessarily see it as them competing with the top 4. Is he good to beat the bottom 8 or the bottom 8? Yeah, he is. But I'm trying to say they're one piece of the puzzle away from that core 3 actually being able to take maps off of Toronto, off of NYSL. FaZe and OpTic, different level. I don't think anyone's competing with them for a while.
I promise you drop Purge, the team gets worse. I literally promise you. It's the same argument about when we had Joe Pinney because he dropped 0.7s every series. But we were still winning because he made us better. Okay. I promise you they get worse. I promise you.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
In 2 events and just one challenger.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying 04 isn't gonna get a shot. I'm just saying just because he won an event doesn't mean we need to throw him in there.
Potential doesn't help you compete. Thanks, Thanks for that.
I'm fed up with this bloody argument. We're moving on. We're talking about Minnesota ROKKR. Because accuracy's in the chat. It's a perfect time, obviously, to talk about the series they lost, which is unfortunate. But it is what it is. All right. Trey, how many players are you changing on this team? 1 or 2? Or 3? I don't know.
Lamar's in the chat. So I'm scared to make my point. But no, you know how much love I have for Lamar and Linz on this team this year. I think Lamar has been playing very, very well. Oof. I think Linz has been playing very well. What?
No, I just looked at Wake's stats. It made me.
If I'm
what the fuck? That's insane, Rab. That's insane.
If I'm Lamar, and I'm dropping Wake and Vivid. I don't know who I'm bringing in. I'd like to see Cammy and Lamar play together. I think that'd be a very good situation. I mean, if you want to bring 04 in, then bring 04 in. You know, if that's... I could see Lamar working with a young gun. If we're going to bring 04 in after winning one event, then fuck it. Let him play with Lamar. Lamar will iron him out.
Yeah, Vivid had a bit of a shocker here to close out their tournament.
No,
I think
Ace, I'm actually dead serious with that though. Like, if we're gonna bring someone in, Lamar's probably the best player for a young gun to play with, in my opinion.
No disagreement.
I mean, look, people are saying Cammy is washed, but I mean, look, there's other options. There's Dylan Rex, as Ian's going to say in the chat. There's other options out of challenges from an AR side that you can look at. It's difficult to say, but all I'm saying is I called this from like 2 weeks into the game. People were telling me I was faded for saying that Wake had to be the one to go if they were going to make an AR change. They were saying, nah, Lamar's trash and all this. And okay, Lamar's fallen off somewhat individually, but I think there's no denying that the data is what the data is. And Wake's meant to be... Last year, he was dropping 1+ KD in 85% of the series. This year's 15% of series he's got a 1+ KD, which is a crazy fall-off. We can discuss why, but I'm not really so interested. The team needs to improve, and G2, they don't take the piss. Like, they actually want to be a serious team, and that's why I think a two-man change is quite likely here, because they might think now is their chance to actually try and upgrade. It's not the end of the world in terms of the CDL standings, right? Like, if you look at the standings on the season, they're still 5th, because they still got some points and Vegas didn't overtake them, but they're 7 in 13 series count. The teams below them are getting closer to them. Vivid's been shooting somewhat, but I wouldn't be surprised at all, because you've got to remember, like, Vivid and Wake are kind of boys as well. Like, they play with each other before. So if one of them goes, the other one going doesn't seem out of the realms of possibility at all to me.
I love people's opinions in here, because I've literally lived this. So seeing people's opinions on this is hilarious. Like, what people need to do, what coaches do. Like, you're speaking to someone that's lived this. Like, it's kind of funny. I don't say too much on it, but like, seeing people's opinions in the chat it's pretty funny. That, like, yeah.
Are they speaking facts or are they not speaking facts, Trey?
Sure.
There's no facts. From the last argument, I already know that no facts are being spoken in here anymore. But yeah, ROKKR very underwhelming. Looked pretty. The Boston series was one that definitely could have went the wrong way. They did nuzzle the hell out of them, but it's not looking good. Something definitely needs to happen with the team. I think. They just have they keep looking underwhelming, right? It's just all these moments of glimpses of possibility, but then just
who do you think they're gonna pick up, Ace?
Fuck. Who do I think they would pick up? If I was gonna pick someone up to make that team better, I don't know. I think it's more like Visa. The Visa issue is probably the biggest thing. I said this to you on this show, or during the pre-show. During the pre-show, I said this. The best players that I like currently are European players, but then the issue lies that all of them have Visa issues, essentially. So it kind of like, I don't know. It makes it tough. It makes it tough to really say who I would throw in. My favorite player right now that's sitting outside the league, I mean, I'm gonna say it right now, is I think Gunless deserves to be in the league. So I don't know if that makes them that much better. Maybe it solves their problems. People keep yelling Cobra out. Cobra is good, man. He had a good challenger. He was dropping like some crazy kill numbers and stuff. But from having 2 French guys in your team didn't work so well so far for Seattle. I don't know if you want to have 2 French guys just popping off like that. But I will say, I love Gunless. I think Gunless deserves a spot, and yeah, he's proven himself in the league. Out of the league, he's won now. So that's what I got.
I think he's in a better, I don't know. I think it could actually work from a kind of teamwork and chemistry perspective, possibly. Depends what Lamar thinks about it, I guess. It's also like, if you want to replace Vivid, you got to bring in a fast sub because the way that they're, I mean, yeah, it's probably not the end of the world.
You're 100% correct. You're 100%
But
correct.
you do. I
think
mean,
Lin plays really slow.
Yeah, you got to have someone to complement Lin. I mean, it's always been the thing with Vivid. It's like sometimes he plays too fast, but I think in this case,
you need your Kismet. You need your Kismet for your Hydra. That's what I'm saying. You need your Kismet for your Hydra. So if you're gonna bring someone else, you need someone that can literally just bang out. You need your Abizi for your.
People love saying Standy, bro, and like I'm perfectly willing to give Standy another shot, but man, that is on its last legs. I know he's had success before with this organization, but I've seen it now a couple of times where he gets dropped and the team gets better. But he's still a talented player, but I also think he's pretty brain dead. Maybe accuracy can drill it into him a little bit from like a COD IQ perspective.
Listen, I see the chat spamming Dylan Rex. Like, there's a lot of Challengers players that need to be picked up, but there's just not enough spots.
Enos had a
problem every year.
And Dylan Rex isn't taking the spot of Vivid.
Yeah,
like
that's just facts that matter, honestly.
Yeah, people need to be picked up. There's not enough spots, but you know, just other people. It's the way it is. Like Gunless, the only reason Gunless's name's out there so much, regardless of what happened last year, who gets carried by or anything like that, it's Gunless. Like he's fucking good.
Yeah.
04, good. My thing with 04 was you leave him in a little bit longer. Just let him, you know.
See if he can do it twice. See what he does on was it a fluke?
Yeah,
that's
that's my only point. Like if he gets picked up, fair enough. But I'd want him to be put in a situation where he's not under pressure. In Minnesota would be a great spot for him. Because they're high up in the rankings, he has time to improve there. He has time to get, you know, he has time to mature over there.
Rab or anyone in the chat, one thing, just if we have it, did anyone put up the official like stat sheet from Challengers on the Reddit yet? They don't have that.
I don't know if I've seen it. I can try and look for it, but
if anyone has that, by the way, please. I don't know if you could share it in here or something, but they usually put it up a few days after. Maybe it's not up yet. But I would love to see just the actual KDs specifically from the Challenger side.
I have this
Miami
from CDC Intel. Streamed stats from the tournament. It's kind of small on the screen.
Stats.
But
Dylan Rex 0.98. Okay, great.
This is what I have.
No, see the person, the guy I like. I'm gonna say, again, I'm not saying I'm scouting him. I saw him play in the NGNL finals, and Dak was someone that I was like, damn, this kid knows what's going on, and then he comes in and wins. So
I would say we can only really look at the top half because one series, you know, we've got 1.65s, 1.8.
Yeah, maybe we.
Oh shit.
Maybe we.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, like the three. Literally, it's the first three we can stare at. 3, 4, 3.
What's
Rab,
good?
I think we're on. There you go. We were off stream for a second.
No, we need, like, even Weeman, for example. Weeman deserves a spot over everyone else. I'll keep that real right now. Weeman deserves a spot over every single AR in there. If you want me to be honest with you.
How long has he been playing? Ace is biased? Why am I... Wait, Ace is biased? Because
Weeman's been playing...
boys? What?
Weeman's been playing in Challengers since Challengers was a thing. And he's been running Challengers since it was a thing. Weeman deserves a spot over everyone.
Wait. Pause. Visa issues again. Is it?
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm just saying, like,
okay.
The fact that Weeman doesn't get a shout is hilarious.
Remember, I started the conversation by saying I think some of the best players, I think the most viable players right now are mostly European players. So I want to make that clear. That's my belief. But then because they're not possible to pick up for a lot of them, Gunless, 04, Dak dropped 16-6 to lose a Rio. 16-6. Like the kid's gross, man. I've seen him get to finals in local lands. He wins here. Kid's gross. So obviously, yeah, Joe Deceives, you know, exceed. I mean, Brack maybe, but I think you know if you're gonna take a risk on someone and you're saying fuck it, we're towards the bottom 4 of the season or bottom 4 of the standings and we need to save our season, try to just, you know, take a winner. Maybe you get again, I'm gonna say maybe you find the Geo, maybe you find a really talented player that's, you get another Geo on there that can turn your team around. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, the
We're
EU
moving
players do deserve a spot, but yeah, let's move on.
Let's get into the top four. We're blowing it up. I'm probably I'm probably doing a 2-man because I think like that team actually has the ambition and the potential to move up, and I think there's things they should try for Vivid as well as Wake, but they could try one and bring someone else onto their bench. I wouldn't think that's a horrible idea, but I think Wake's time might be dusted for now. He'll come back at some point.
No,
he'll probably be better next game.
No. You can't say that. You can't say that.
Can't say
this
what?
This is the first time he's been bad. Wait, well, how are you going from his time might be up? How do you?
No, I meant on this team. I meant on this team.
Oh, okay. I think it meant over his career. I was like,
he can come back in the future. He'll probably be better next year's game. For whatever reason, he ain't good at this game. So, all good. I feel like if they decide Wake is the guy to go, I feel like another team's gonna pick him up and he's gonna be good. It's possible, yeah.
I just feel like he's gonna be on that revenge arc. You know what I'm saying? And then just start frying people out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, that happens for a lot of players that they just don't suit one team, right?
Yeah.
That's true. 100%. Play styles and just what a team needs. It may just be different for a certain roster. I see a lot of people saying Mac. Guys, Mac is not playing right now. So I love Mac. Mac is definitely a great player that if he kept playing this year, he would have been on a team. But he's currently not playing.
All right, Toronto, we're getting into top 4. I don't know how much time you've got, Ace, because you've got to catch a flight at some point.
It's 5. Let me see.
I mean, we can rattle through a little bit. So we got to Toronto Ultra, baby. These guys, very interesting. Going to this tournament, it was still kind of my feeling that, well, maybe they're going to be able to turn up, but their search and destroy this tournament was trash. And you can see it in the numbers. They even lost it to Gorillas here, even though they won the respawns in this series relatively emphatically. But in the other series they played as well. Terrible search and destroy. And that was really the difference maker. They won every single one back at Major 1. Gotta say, okay, they won it against Vegas, but they were very lucky to. They obviously lost it to OpTic. They lost it to the Subliners when they played. And it wasn't even close. Again, OpTic are now 18-3 round count against Toronto the last couple of times that they played in the series. And they lost this relatively close 6-5 Karachi, but still felt like New York were the better team there when they got knocked out of the tournament eventually. So, yeah, Envoy had a stinker tournament. I know that he did tweet about it and say like his controller broken or something, and he said like he shouldn't have let it chalk his mental. Here's the tweet actually from Envoy, just bringing it up right here. So yeah, controller broke. Yes, there have been the same since. Shocking event for him individually. The crazy thing about Ultra is that Scrappy is still absolutely absurdly good. Like we saw this so many times. This series against OpTic was one example where he could like single-handedly won. I mean, look at this scoreboard. Won this invasion control with the 44. The map one or the Rio he played against New York as well was outrageous.
Unfortunate for Envoy. I've been there. Controller issues. Your main controller will not feel like that controller ever again. Like it won't feel like that. That one controller you have that you love will never, ever be the same feeling on another controller. So I do sympathize with him for that. Just a bad tournament for him in that aspect. S&D is not looking good for the Ultra, but I have no doubt in my mind they're going to be good with it.
Insight also had a shocking tournament as well. Like it wasn't just
he didn't have a good one.
Insight didn't do shit this tournament either. So
he didn't have a good one.
Insight 0.9 this tournament, Envoy 0.86. Yeah, neither one really had too much of a it wasn't like Major 1. I also saw when I was there, I saw Envoy and then his mom trying to come over to the scuff booth and see if they can fix it, but like it didn't look like it was going well. It looked like frustration was on his face during the entire time. So yeah, you got to feel for him, right? They underperformed overall. Scrap is absolutely disgusting. I don't know. We have new maps coming in. I
think that changed the setup of Ultra, to be honest. Like,
yeah. I think the patch kind of ruined what was happening with them. But the second thing I want to say is that they clearly in this game understand how to learn a new map very fast, very quickly. They looked good on Rio really fast. Obviously, stage 1, they were really good at it. So they learned the game faster than some other people. So I would think maybe if there's 2 new maps coming in or being tested at least, they would learn them fast and get really good at them quickly compared to other teams.
Faded take in the chat from ILYTPC. I feel like controller talk is brain dead. Why can't you fry with a new controller? It's not a pair of shoes. You don't need to break it in. Might be the dumbest thing I have heard on a Monday night.
Not from coming out of Ace's mouth? That's crazy.
No. Ace has been great today. I love that guy.
To be fair, though, this is what they say.
Might be the dumbest thing I have read tonight. So thank you so much for absolutely destroying my IQ levels once again. No controller has ever felt crazy diff to me. I'm so glad you've never ever had a controller issue that has been done for you, my boy. I'm so happy it's never happened for you. But it does happen for everyone else. So a brand new controller means stiffer sticks.
Bro, this guy's playing domination on 3 cents. Of course, there's no problems with his controller. Who cares?
Cellian plays on like some, I think, is it Cell? He plays on like a really old controller. Like he wants the sticks really broken in and loose. I think Standy has said the same thing, that he doesn't adapt well to a brand new controller because it feels different.
No, I think, it was Cell had the same controller for like a year or two.
Yeah, something like that.
Not unlike most pros who like get a new controller every
How many
month
controllers does Lamar have?
Bro.
Hey, I'm just saying this. I would pray. I hope to God one of you has like a brand new controller and has to shoot against Dashi. When he's got his regular controller and you've got a brand new one, like, I'd love for you to shoot, even just a pro in general, to be honest with you. I'd love for you to play a pro when you've got a fresh new controller. It might be the worst thing of all time.
Wait, what? You're gonna get shit on bro. They're all whether you play a pro with a new controller,
they're gonna get shit regardless.
You're gonna get shit on.
To say like,
say it doesn't matter is insane though. That is insane.
Yeah,
for sure. Crazy. Let me eat that ass. Wait, how are you gonna pop that up and then just? I was just looking at it. It was good.
I delete. That's gone. That's gone. That got 5-second runway.
Didn't exist.
No.
Okay. But yeah, Toronto. Man. Again, bad tournament for Envoy, but I don't know. They seem like they're just a step behind the other teams. Truthfully, they just seem like they're a step behind the other teams. They haven't adapted fast enough. Their S&D looks piss poor, and yeah, that's. I think that. I mean, don't have much more to say about them. I think they're gonna come back hot. Like I said, they're gonna come back hot for stage 3. New maps are in. They're gonna learn them faster than everyone else. Shit on them there. Hopefully, some of these other, like Invasion, Hardpoint, or maybe I don't know. Hopefully some of these ass maps and modes get out of the rotation so we can finally get some new stuff in that's way better. Because I think their addition of Rio was actually very nice. I will say.
I think they just need to focus on themselves.
And stop beefing with.
Yeah, I like dead serious. I'd stop the beef, get back to where you can, let the gameplay do the talking. Because that's what happened before, really. You know, Scrap would call people shit, but he could warrant it by absolutely well-starring people. And I think Scrap is.
He just had no help this tourney.
I think Scrap is the second best player in the league. But all hail King Simp, in my opinion. That is my goat. But by far, Scrappy is incredible. Like, I got nothing else to say about him. I mean, we were worried about Drazah after the first match against LA Thieves, and he just come back and absolutely world star too. So
it's a bit to prove from Toronto, though, right? Because as people were saying in the chat earlier, that Toronto played unbelievable COD at Major 1, and they were so far ahead of the game. But also, the first event of the year historically can be a bit of a fluke event. And obviously, Subliners, like, what Toronto need to do is what Subliners did last year: win the first event, fall off. Toronto are never going to fall out of the top 4. That's how it is. It's the way the league is at the moment. They could potentially place worse, but like as a team, they're always going to be in that conversation. They just need to take this like mid-season step, and because Subliners, I mean, let's just move to them, because they were the best prepared team this tournament in Search and Destroy, hands down. Like, the shit they brought to the table here was incredible. The wallbanks from Hydra, I guess I'll just find a couple of examples, but also the nade stack that they had, the triple nade that they pulled off against OpTic in that deciding round. Like, that's the type of shit that I absolutely love. And you know that these guys are in the lab and they've been cooking this up, and it's great to see them execute on that, because I'm mind blown really that they didn't. This is one of the reasons why I thought they were possible to beat FaZe, because they were just really well prepared. And this is the example here. Like, they had the timings down, they had the lineups, they chucked the nade, and then bang, a triple for Skies to start this round. The Hydra wallbangs as well were absurd, especially on the invasion. And Hydra was playing... I think he's got the best POV to watch on SMG. Like, I've never seen fluidity like it from a player that plays in that way. I don't know, there's something different about Hydra's POV, but the question that I have really is what you guys think about Kiz on this game, because Kiz was great last year, but it wasn't long ago that he was grinding for his life in challenges. Now he's a world champion, but is he good? You know, he was good at Vanguard, for sure. He was great at last year's game, for sure. But now, you know, we're back on 150 health. There's discussions that maybe Kiz isn't as good on that type of setup. The numbers over this stage, I don't know if you got the numbers for the major race specifically.
I got you.
I mean,
it's very, very low. Also, Miles in the chat, by the way.
Shout out Miles the Ross, best caster ever. My brother.
Didn't cast the finals though, because Miles watched. Yeah. Miles and Chance fell off.
For starters,
David and Merc, #1 duo.
Starters, we have got to talk about these wallbangs though, because I have my take on it is, I like some of the wallbangs, but now we're just wallbanging through 10-story skyscrapers.
I'll find something there.
Kismet 40th at the tournament, 0.87, just above Envoy, interestingly enough. Envoy 0.86, Kismet 0.87.
Yeah, so this is the point that is interesting to keep an eye on, because he's still got the dog in him. Like, nobody denies that. When they played FaZe, they went down 2-0. Kiz brought it back. He had a good couple of maps. He was talking shit. And then he got smoked game 5. And it's like, that ain't the Kiz that I know from last year. I mean, what is this game, by the way?
No, yeah, see, things like that, bro. I had like people tweeting me like, oh, it happens on CS. Nah, come on, bro. I'm not dumb. I'm not like...
Have it in CS 1.6, maybe.
Yeah, like 20 years ago. Brian Saint tweeted me like, yeah, maybe this happened 20 years ago. Bro, we are shooting through full-blown ass buildings with no FMJ. I can't wallbang a fucking lamppost. I can't wallbang a hot dog stand. I can't wallbang a box, but I can shoot through the fucking Sawana Hotel in Karachi. All right?
This was a crazy one. Do you think this breaks Invasion, by the way?
The one for A-bomb? There's one A-bomb, there's one
B-bomb? This is the A-bomb one. I'm looking at the A-bomb one.
What, that you can shoot for a whole fucking industrialized concrete building?
This, brother! Look at this shit, man. They used this against Ravens, which I thought was funny. But to be fair, I think this went round 11, so...
Do you understand how this breaks the game, though? One guy has to call out they've crossed the bomb and one can just sit here and wallbang.
Because this is the plant spot. Like, you can't really plant elsewhere. On B, you can kind of plant elsewhere, maybe, to avoid the wallbang.
Not really, because they see you from spawn.
Yeah, but on this, it's like,
I don't think you guys actually understand. Yeah, it's fucking cool to see, but I don't think you guys actually understand this ruins the game.
Like, yeah, I don't see what we do about
a strategic problem for how a whole bomb site is viable. Literally causes a problem.
They are not patching this. I mean, they might do, but they'll do it in 2 months.
They did in Vanguard, to be fair.
I don't. But, okay, yeah, if they patch this within the next week, I'll be very surprised and impressed. My feeling is just get this. I hate watching Invasion, man. I hate it. Even though technically it's good for search and destroy, get rid of it. Put departures in. Put Vista in.
Do you remember in Vanguard where people getting blown up through walls and through the bottom of floors and stuff like that, through buildings?
Yeah.
Well, we sat there with a dev and he showed us like what, like, we went through what buildings, like what walls are like not walls basically. And when you put it into like a view where it showed out what solid objects were, there wasn't a single solid object, and it was on what's that map called, man?
I mean, I remember the Desert
Church
Siege
and Fire.
Oh,
the one with Church and Fire. Yeah, that's it. He put into a view of like what solid objects were, and there wasn't a single solid object where the wall was.
You gotta love these the way they design these games now.
It is by far the worst thing I have seen.
I found one here from Vanguard. Here we go.
This just proves how bad it is.
Remember this shit, Desert Siege, anyone?
What, where you shoot through the floor?
Yeah. Another just sensational bit of map design. So there you go. This is COD, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't make COD. Like, the buildings aren't buildings. They're just in place there. Like, I'm sure if you press your stick down hard enough, you could probably run through it.
Did we show the one Hydra did to B-Bomb?
I can find that as well.
Yeah, that was the one I saw too, and I was just like, bro, what is happening in this game? What is going on? And also, just while you're bringing that up, Dante, 0.77 in S&D. Jesus.
You got tucked? Oh yeah.
This is from Major too. Yeah, not doing too well in S&D. Dante, that's the one. I think Dante's biggest flaw is his S&D game. Like, he's a certified shooter. He's out there trying to get first blood. Like, that's his job, right? 21 bloods. But they just kind of, I feel like that's one problem. They need to get their S&D game a little tighter. It was good, obviously, but Dante specifically in the S&D, his role, they need to, like, I don't know, use him a little more tactfully when it comes to the top two teams and playing against, like, FaZe and OpTic. Yeah, I just noticed that he tends to throw his life away. If they live and die by Dante sometimes.
Yeah, New York are good, but they're not good enough.
If you told me...
This one, what the fuckity?
See, this one's fucked, but it's actually through a window, which, you know, I'm not going to grant it. I still think it's shit. But at least it's through a window. The one in Thingy shoots through a whole, like...
A proper concrete wall, ceiling, building. Yes, all of it, yeah. It is different, but it's still cheap. It's still actually cheap.
I think this one's shit too. I'm just saying, like, at least this one he shoots through a window. Motherfucker shoot for a whole hotel.
Yeah, no, I agree. But you know, then it comes that's like, is this game breaking? Does it really change up? I think Invasion S&D though is shocked now. Like, if you're playing S&D Chows in this map, it's why play them?
It's like, do you remember Garrison Search and Destroy from Cold War? And you could only plant one of the bomb sites, right? It was only a bomb that you could even plant. And just before it got removed from the map pool, they found out that you could wallbang the plant spot on that from the other side of, like, the doorway there. And, like, the map was just chalked because you couldn't get to the other bomb site because it was impossible to even get through. And then the A bomb site was destroyed by this wallbang. So the map was unplayable and they had to remove it from the pool. So, you know, I don't know if that's necessarily fully true on Invasion, but it ain't far off. And we need one of these other two maps to be good.
I will say, yes, everything like that chalks the map. It's just because how people play that map is like you get pushed up onto the bomb site because you have to. You can't, like, run away and stuff like that. Whereas now, you can play it from spawn, call out when someone crosses, wallbang it. Oh, he's not on it, we're good. And just keep wallbang, keep wallbang, keep wallbang. Have a guy on the other side of the map. You don't even have to push up the map. You don't even have to have any teamwork for that.
You just have one guy sitting in Palace waiting to hear the cross, and either he goes and chows a bomb from that window, or he hops on the stairs and just, or whatever that is, and shoots through the window.
So you essentially don't even need anyone push up the map. You have one guy watching mid, one guy watching B, one guy watching A, and then one guy in Palace just going back and forth. Yo, they're planting A. All right, let me just fucking run over here, wallbang this for a second. Oh shit, free B. Oh shit, he's planting B. Well, I know where he's planting B from because there's only one place you can plant it from. Free B, and it just chalks the whole map. There's no skill involved.
Beautiful. Invasion S&D, get it out anyways. I don't like the map anyways. Get it out. Makes our life real easy.
Even this series that New York lost here, like, the fact that they won the search, and OpTic actually trolled that search. They went up 3-0. They started solo challing. We'll talk about that in a second. But they pretty much got crushed on both the hard points. Pred just pistol over the map one sub base, 36 and 20. Kismot got fried. And then game 4 was actually really interesting because, to be fair, I know people are roasting them for getting outslayed heavily and losing here, which is justified. But also, it was like the first rotation, the first like 120 seconds, they outslayed heavily, and it was 60-60. After that, it wasn't too embarrassing. But I think OpTic have even kind of implied this, that New York, they do like getting kills, and they don't necessarily like so much translating them into success. So I thought that was interesting just to see the way this series concluded, because it was quite clear that OpTic were the significantly stronger team in the respawn modes here, and they should have won the search.
Yeah, OpTic in the respawns just made them. It just exposed New York. I will say though, obviously, I mean, when doesn't he impress? But Hydra is he's a certified shooter. I don't
Superstar.
care. Yeah, bro. .79, whatever. Map 1 was bad, but over the course of the tournament, just watching Hydra's POV, just watching the kills he would get, how he's playing his life, where he's sitting on the map. Yeah, no, it's undeniable, man. That's the highlight, right? Yeah.
I think New York actually need to go back and look at how they play hardpoint. They're a good hardpoint team, but they shit slam people in kills and they don't get points from it.
Look at the KDs, man. Hydra has insane engagements, by the way. 47 engagements to 10 with that kind of impact is ridiculous.
See those stats there for Major 2, you'd think, oh shit, they've got like second or first with those stats.
Yeah. That includes the tournament, by the way. I want to
this is online and tournament. Yeah.
This includes the tournament. You have to go to that other page I was finding to look at specifically tournament stats. So just clarity.
My point is that you can clearly see it. That, I mean, like I said earlier, is we've watched so many of New York's online games and seen them, frying teams, being up 10 points or losing 10 points. There's no. They don't. I don't think I've really seen them dominate a team in a hard point, like 100-point club them.
It doesn't happen often. Even they got smoked by FaZe online, I think, on Karachi, which was a bit surprising to me.
And I know you don't really see that from a lot of teams in terms of like 100-point clubs, but with the way that these fry people, like the OpTic game they played against OpTic, where OpTic won and they outslayed him to fucking pit, like those stats they had should have been a 100-point club easy.
Who's the X factor for NYSL? Kismet. I think in this game, for me originally when this game came out, it was Dante, just because you can live and die by Dante sometimes. Sib, how well he's playing in the respawns, but he's gotten more and more consistent, I think, as the game has gone on. And now you have Kiz, who's a little bit, he's your X factor overall. Is he going to deliver the bulldog that we want that's going to slam you in respawns the way we expect him to? Or are you going to get the Kiz that's struggling and then Hydra's kind of like, he's putting bullets in people, then Hydra's typically cleaning it up. What are you going to get? I think Kiz is really X factor, and I'm not just saying that because of KD. I'm not just saying that because of this or that. But when he plays
when
well,
Kiz plays well, they win. Yeah,
they dominate. It's clear cut.
That's typically how it is. Okay, we have a grand finals to discuss because I think there is a fair bit that I want to say on these teams. I think
I have like 5 minutes to discuss this. But yeah.
Okay, all good. This is the grand finals. FaZe, they played OpTic in the finals. By the way, the event might not have been the best event you've ever seen, Ace, in your life. And that's fair enough. But the quality of COD was definitely right up there. Like,
incredible.
We got some sensational games this weekend. And it's a shame that these series between OpTic and FaZe didn't go a little bit further, because I think they certainly could have done. I mean, look at these hardpoint results, 252-24, 252-27, and the ones that they played in the previous game in the winners finals was 252-37, I think, on both occasions. Yeah, Invasion of Karachi. OpTic just could not ice up. They also could not start the games well at all. I think they really need to go back and look at some of their hardpoint breakoffs, because they were going down 50-60, if not more, like every single hardpoint they played against FaZe, and it wasn't enough to bring it back. Shocked they won both terminal searches against FaZe when they played them, but FaZe just had another gear, and OpTic did slip into some familiar patterns when it came down to clutching up in the series.
Yeah. The patterns is is definitely the thing, is like once they after the first map, the second map, when we got to the control in the second hard point, it seemed like once they got down to the wire, they kept challing individually. Like there was a lot less teamwork and more trying to make solo plays. And I feel like that's one of OpTic's biggest issues generally, is that when it comes down to the wire, or once they start to lose a little bit of full, you have guys trying to make superstar plays rather than continue the teamwork and the proper play style, that, the successful play style. Even when they're down, FaZe, you never really see, even if they're getting shit on, or Selim's not having a good map, or Abizi's getting shit on, or Drazah's getting shit on, they're still placing themselves in the way they would if they were frying everyone. They're still, one guy gets traded, I'm close by to get his trade, even if it's going badly. So I think that was OpTic's biggest problem this weekend, was when things got tough, when things got hard, they relied back to solo one-on-one play and trying to make individual plays rather than continuing the teamwork and trying to get back into that state where it's working, instead of trying to force individual plays to carry you to a win.
Any thoughts, Trey? Or do you want me to go again? Because I'm down to go again, to be fair.
You can go again. Like, my whole, just take it away. I'll finish. I'll finish.
Okay, you're good. Shotzzy turned up when necessary this tournament. Like, he had some bad starts to maps, but he turned it around. Pred had a bit of an underwhelming performance on the Championship Sunday. He was definitely not as good as I was expecting him to be from an impact perspective. I know there's talk about, basically, Pred and Shotzi just got completely ran over by Simp and Abizi. And there was also, in terms of takeover moments, the amount of moments where Simp would just go on a ridiculous spree or Abizi would go on a ridiculous spree and single-handedly win them these games. Like it happened on the Karachi when Abizi completely took over. It happened on, the start of those maps as well, when Simp would just go on a ridiculous spree to close out the game. Drazah played well as well, and obviously, there's discussions on whether he just straight up owns this organization now. But there is talk about this Pred and Shotzi duo as how they play in these type of moments. Obviously, Dashi is also a big talking point, and I think, look, it's only one tournament, but it's the third tournament in the last couple of years that they've made the grand finals and lost in. And yes, they lost to a better team, and it was a very close situation. But in both of these series, Dashi had a stinker. This guy, for some reason now, cannot beat Selim. I don't know what it is. He had a phenomenal record against Selim for years. Now the mental block almost seems to be the other way around. And Dashi is a phenomenally talented player. He's echoes Formal in terms of how good he is from a raw gunny perspective. But he does not have the dog in him that Formal has. Like, it's one event win, LAN win for Dashi in the last 5 years. And you can see it sometimes with his mentality. I think during the series, I had a screenshot ready, which maybe I'll have somewhere just to bring up. Yeah, here it is. This was after the control that they lost. It's head in his hands. And Dashi's sitting there. It almost looks like he's checked out or he thinks the series is over or something. He knows he's playing bad. He knows he's not at his best. And he doesn't seem to have that final gear to step into. So I think that's a really interesting storyline. It's too early to say, oh, Dashi's got to go, it's failed and, Dashi's out of here. But I think if they don't win anything from now to the end of the season, especially if they make another finals and they can't get over the line, I think questions have to be asked because Kenny was the only one doing it all for this team, really. And like Pred and Shotzi, Pred can have an underwhelming series, but if Dashi turns up, it's still okay. They just needed somebody else to deliver performances here.
Go ahead.
Interesting stat that someone put in the chat that Shotzi, Simp and Abizi are 11-0 versus Shotzi at 150 health COD.
Yeah, well, there you go.
11-0.
Someone said it could be 12-0 because they went 7-0 in Cold War.
They crushed them in Cold War, yeah.
Either or.
I got another tweet for you guys actually. Because people are talking about it in chat. I saw this. Apparently, Pred was at the club the night before. What do we hear about this?
No, wait. There's a picture. You don't have the picture?
Where's the picture?
There's a lot of pictures of Pred at the club.
Okay. So before I have to go, because I do have to go very soon, so I don't miss my flight. But, dude, AG, my guy, you're my friend. I consider you a good friend.
Give the guy a break. The tournament was over at that point. Motherfucker, this was a Saturday.
No, that was the Saturday night. Saturday night, Pred at the club.
No. Yeah, let me give the context. On a Saturday night, when you're going to grand finals or winners finals, likely to go to grand finals, right? You guys are dominating, looking good against most of these teams out here. Clearly have the opportunity because you look so good online, and now you're translating it to LAN. For you to be at the club is so odd and just such a random decision to make. The second half of that, for your team, what are they thinking? The last part of that, for me, is if you're gonna do it, why the fuck you taking pictures with fans? Like, it's gonna go well. If I'm at the club and I got some shit to do the next day, I'm sitting my ass in the corner, or I'm going Kanye West mode and slapping phones out of motherfuckers' hands that are trying to take pictures of me. Are you out of your mind? Are you mental, as these fools would say? Are you mental?
Are you fucking mental?
Are you fucking mental? So I'm just saying, to me,
apparently he was out till 5. Apparently he was out till 5 a.m. too.
Yeah, 4 or 5 a.m. Yeah.
For real? Oh my god.
So 4 or 5
that's
a.m.
just actually
right now. Now listen. If they were all out together, different story. Different story. Little team environment. Have a little drink before we go back. But I know for a fact, yeah. Penny's definitely checked his phone and gone, the fuck?
100%. 100%. Are we taking the piss? This is why Karma, as good as he might be as a coach, he doesn't have that level of authority in the team, or he just doesn't have the personality to make this work. Like, this is always the thing with OpTic. it's always a battle between the culture of the team and winning success. And they've got every single piece they could possibly want, OpTic, in terms of talent and gun skill and everything you want on paper, the teamwork, the chemistry, the vibes, like everything is there for them to deliver success. And yet it seems like they always find a way to fall short. And this is in one of the ways where this occurs. Like, a proper coach is not allowing this to happen. If you're taking events seriously, you're not allowing this to happen. I cannot actually believe that this was...
All right,
last thing, because I'm about to leave right now. So last thing I got to say, two things. One, AG, you're out of your mind. Two, that coach thing was faded a little bit, Rab, because they're grown men. No one's going to tell Pred, stay in the room or I'm going to bully you. That's not going to happen. I don't care.
No, but that should be a
that should be a fucking thing. Do we want to win or do we not want to win?
Like, no, listen.
Were FaZe at the club the night before? FaZe were not at the club the night before. New York were not at the club the night before. Go out on Sunday night. This is actually a fucking joke. I'm pissed off about this.
I agree. In the future, they maybe could find him, but no one's stopping. If you really want to go, no one's going to stand in front of his door and not let him go out. First, that's the second thing. Last thing is, guys, thank you for the support today. Thank you for the support of the weekend, the most unbelievable weekend of Dope Check history. Record set. Thank you for the the love and the content. Breaking Point's growing at an unbelievable pace. We love you guys. I love you guys. I'm going to take a flight right now, or else I'm going to be late. You're left in the best of hands with Tack Rab and the EU GOAT, Trey Zero. I love you guys. I will see you guys. 04 interview. First one ever. Exclusive is coming out very, very soon. It should be out in the next couple hours. Love you guys. Dope Check to the moon. Bye-bye.
Safe flight, Ace. Speak soon.
Bye.
All right, let's carry on with this topic because I got a lot to say. All right. He should not be at the club Saturday night. All right. You can go Thursday night after you've won your winners match because you don't play Friday. Other than that, you ain't going to no club.
I can't believe this has to be said, to be honest.
It doesn't have to. Listen, you're
getting paid money to win events. You're taking the piss.
Like I said, all right, even I've fucked up in the past. All right, I really have fucked up in the past. When I broke up with my ex, she cheated on me, whatever like that, blah, blah, blah. I was going out at events and I got fucking ridiculed by my coach, by my manager, and even by my teammates. I didn't get drunk or anything like that, but it's like, why the fuck would you do that? Because you're here, you've got a job to do, you've got to win an event. Now, I'm not saying AG was out even drinking or anything like that. It's just crazy to me that you'd even be at a club on a Saturday. Like, you see football players, basketball players, all these players get fined or spoke about badly for going to the club. Like, this isn't even a topic of discussion. I saw someone in the chat earlier like, oh, let the man go clubbing, let the man go out. Motherfucker, he's here to do a job. And I assume you're an OpTic supporter, so he's there to actually do a job for you so you can support him so you guys can win.
You think Crowder is letting this shit slide?
Did you see? Now listen. Did you see anyone else at the club from a team? Be honest.
Not until the Sunday.
Probably not.
Maybe they did, but I don't, unless they're out of the tournament already.
AG is by far a very, very good player. Probably top 5. No, not you, Go. Someone else said it. They said, oh, if the man wants to go to the club, let him go to the club. Yeah, fine, go to the club. But all I know is if I'm FaZe, Ultra, New York, and I play them the next day, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I play them the next day, I'm sitting there going like, yo, I'm shit slamming this guy. He's at the club. I'm going to bed at 11 p.m.
And then, it's so, you know what? If you're generational and you can go to the club until 5 a.m., I don't know if he went to the club until 5 a.m., but he was at the club clearly. I don't know what the sources are on that. If he comes out the next day and fries, fair enough. And he did have some good maps here, but, you know.
I mean, let me check. Who tweeted that, Rab?
Abizi put him to bed.
Rab, who tweeted that?
Let me find it again, because they had an interesting bio.
Find me the tweet, and I'll go through it, and I'll see the timestamp on it.
Yeah, no, I looked at the timestamp. It was from 5 a.m. my time on the 24th, so it would have been about...
What's that, 12 a.m., midnight?
Yeah, so that's 1:30 Miami time when it was tweeted. So that's all I can tell you for now, but hang on, I'll find it again.
1 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still pretty bad. Bro, you've got winners finals the next day. Lock the fuck in, bro.
Yeah, let me... Hang on. Somehow I've lost where I got this from, but all good. Here we go. We got it again. It was... I mean, yeah. Unfortunately, I have to show the bio of this bloody account again, but it's what it is. So you can look at... I mean, the timestamp is here. 5:06 a.m. Okay, so bro was there for 0.2 seconds. Maybe he just turned up and he went out. I don't know. Maybe he got to text some Karma, and Karma said, look, what are we doing right now?
Listen, we've got a fan meet up at the club. Get in your finest Dior. We've got some pics to take.
I mean, okay, he must have been there for a little bit of time. I don't know. He
don't look like he's going anywhere right now.
You know what I mean?
Like
he looks like he's there for the good time that evening. Yeah, I don't know about this. And then they turn up the next day.
Listen, I'm not saying he got drunk or anything like that. I'm not even saying he had a drink. All right, I'm just saying, like, you're there to a tournament. You've got 2 days to go out. Like, I'm not saying that he was there till 5. I'm not saying he got drunk or anything like that. I'm not even saying he had a drink. But for starters, it looks bad on your teammates. If all your team are there, it's different. Like, you shouldn't be at the club anyway. But if all your team are there is different and you're vibing out, whatever like that, that's calm. But for starters, it's a bad look to all the fans that want to see you play. They expect you to be in bed watching a Netflix show. Watching
VOD, baby.
Yeah, it's something like that.
You get paid to win, you know what I mean? You don't get paid to
secondly, you know, if I'm his teammate and I don't know he's gone to the club and I see that picture on the timeline, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, this is where we're at. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't agree with it, but like I said, that's just my opinion. I'll let anyone do whatever the fuck they want to do because everyone's human. They make their own decisions. But if I'm his teammate at that point, I'm going to be pretty pissed off.
I mean, I just hope there's some accountability internally.
He still played well. I don't see it's a problem. Well, that's the issue, buddy.
Could have played better, buddy.
That's the issue. Just because he played well, you don't see it's an issue. And I don't think he played well, if I'm not mistaken, on the Sunday.
No, he didn't play well. He had a pretty... Like, I questioned Dashi earlier for his performance, and I think validly so. But at least Dashi was shooting back. Like, he had a lot of damage. He had more damage than Shotzi in this grand final. Pred had the least damage by quite some way of the entire lobby. And look, Pred and Shotzi should be going toe-to-toe with Simp and Abisi. They got completely tucked into bed on this championship Sunday.
Now, pal, I'm not saying the whole team's there to get drunk. I'm saying if the whole team were there for like 2 hours, just vibing out, just chilling as a team, big difference to someone going out by themselves while Kenny's fast asleep snoring to fucking the Skirt theme tune song. You know what I'm saying?
I hope that Kenny can either keep them accountable or somebody can step up and say, all right, like, we're not doing that shit again in Toronto.
Like that's my point. Like, yeah, I'm not saying Shotzi goes out and drinks. I'm just saying, like, if they're there as a team, it's a lot different from someone being there by themselves.
And Pal said it as well. It's like, it's not even if he was at the club for 10 minutes and he left and he went to bed nice and early and watched some VOD before bed. Like, it's a bad look, you know what I mean? Because people see this tweet, they see this going around, and they think, oh, well, you know.
Because if I'm not mistaken, you're like, you know, someone said it's a respect thing. It is. It is a respect thing. You know, if my team says don't do this, or they probably didn't say anything. They probably don't. They probably don't care as much as we do. In terms of that, but I'm just saying, like, if I'm Kenny, if I'm Shotzi, for example, you already know he's laid up. He doesn't go out, he doesn't drink, he doesn't do anything like that. He might show his face at like an after party or something like that, but he don't do that. It's just a bad look on the team. And the fans, for example, they expect all their players to be like, you know, locked in, ready for the Sunday, and we're clubbing.
Oh, I got another one. Here we go. Another option for the thumbnail tomorrow. This is pretty good as well. Look, I don't know how long he was there for. We're just talking about what we see. I got him in 4K. I mean, it's like if this was Sunday night, who cares, right? But it's just the fact that this was Saturday night is actually too funny to me. I mean,
Wait,
it's
who
funny.
tweeted that?
Okay, yeah. Let me find this one. Here you go. Jaden Milks. Here we go. Less of a crazy bio this time.
5:13 a.m. 5:13 a.m. So that
Yeah,
was
it's a
another 9
similar
minutes
time.
after.
Similar time. 9 minutes after.
That's 9 minutes after. He doesn't look like he's going anywhere. He looks like he's locked in for the night.
He's locked in for the night.
He kind of looks like he's had a few Coronas too. Huh?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if this really made a difference at the end of the day. We
got Miles coming in. If I caught Chance at a club before a Sunday cast, I'd be fucking fuming.
Yeah, no cap, Miles. That's well said. Imagine you were like for the players.
Now listen. Let's not jump over to conclusions or like this. Pred doesn't need to be dropped. All right.
Wait, who said Pred?
Yeah, no. There was a few people like drop him. Pred don't need to be dropped. He just needs a bit of like.
In a football team, you'd get like benched for this.
Oh yeah, for sure. He'd get benched, fined.
The coach would bench you. You know, they'd exclude you from training and shit. Like especially in the Manchester Sir Alex Ferguson
he needs
days
to be.
of
He just
United.
needs to speak into like, bro, what the fuck you doing at a club on a fucking Saturday night? We've got games to play.
See if I can find any more. I'm gonna have another look.
Oh, yeah, type in Pred at the club on Twitter. See what you got.
Yeah, well, these are the two I got so far. I don't know if there's any more. That's probably it, to be fair. Preda's Dennis Rodman, he fries but also parties. I mean, yeah, like he fries, but it just is. It's what it is. And I saw people in the replies when this happened, and people were saying, "Oh, yeah, here it is. You know, chalk it up. FaZe have got the win," and that is effectively how it played out in the end. So, yeah, I think that's it for pictures that I can find.
If you club after losing the grand final, you simply don't care enough. Wait, what?
I mean, that could also I also kind of get the logic in that.
I mean, going and having fun after losing grand final. I wouldn't really say it. Like there's nothing worse than being depressed in a room. Like,
no, that's fair enough. It depends on the individual.
You can go for a bit of fun after, not during.
Oh, I thought I found another one.
It's literally a joke on Scum's watch party. They don't care how Pred spends his free time.
That ain't free time, bro. That's the team's time. Weekend is the team's time. You better be locking in. You can do what you want. If you want to go back to Australia?
In my opinion, you should not be going out clubbing the day before winners finals. That's just the way I see it.
I wonder if they'll address this.
If they don't care, perfectly fine. If they don't care, whatever. I don't care. That's up to them. But me, personally, someone that's watching, someone that's played, even if I was a fan of the team, I'd be like, oh, okay, like... Why? Like it looks like he's just there for a bit of fun. Man was running on Aussie time. It was Sunday to him.
Yeah, clubbing and going to a club are two completely different things. Which is, that's fair enough. But like, you got to understand it's a bad look, and also, I mean, come on, it's the night before the biggest match that you're going to play of the season so far. Championship Sunday. You're going to play FaZe.
He's not at the gym at 2. He's not at the gym at 12 a.m.
But this is why New York just have and FaZe to some degree as well, and Ultra. OpTic's culture is top 4 at an absolute maximum. And despite all the talent they have, this is still true. And this is another example as to why. Like New York, when they talked about how they turned up to last year's Champs Grand Finals on the Sunday, they rocked up like 2 or 3 hours ahead of Toronto. They were locked the fuck in. Like everything from outside of the game to inside of the game, what they ate, how they prepared for their games was all regimented, and they knew that they were setting themselves up for success. They saw Toronto rock up a couple of hours later and they thought, we've out-prepared these guys, we're going to win. And if FaZe saw any of those tweets and Pred, they knew they'd won before the game even began.
Yeah, I think I agree with you on that. I like OpTic's culture and the having fun aspect of things. I think that's like, how they look like they're having fun. But I think if you want to be taken like as serious as the rest, like you need to look at like the way Toronto, like even New York, you got Dareal. Like Dareal ain't letting Sib go to no club at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
No shot.
Dareal ain't allowing that.
Yeah, Dareal actually has. I mean, it's not like Karma or the coaches of OpTic don't have authority, but like Dareal is not going to take any shit. Like he knows what it takes to perform at a high level, and he knows how he wants the team to be structured. And like this type of stuff would, if that was Sib in that photo, that shit would not be happening again at all, and it would have been addressed internally. And if
anyone
OpTic's
know what time
perspective
he
is
was
not
there
that,
till?
then
Because this is no different for going to a meal in the evening. I mean, even going for a meal at 12 a.m. is a bit fucking abrupt.
club before you play at the grand finals.
I think even going for a meal is meal at 12 a.m. is a bit fucking abrupt. Like, why you got like you don't need a meal at 12 a.m. How do you know Hex hasn't talked to him? We don't. That's what I'm saying. We're only looking at what we see. They already might have been spoke about.
Yeah, we can only go off what we find. So,
like, they might have already addressed it, but we can only sit here and see this. You know, they probably already have addressed it. They probably haven't. I mean, if that's what they're saying on Scump Stream, that they don't care how he spends his free time, then they probably haven't addressed it. I just think it's a bad look. That's me personally.
Yeah, people say probably don't go to the club the night before the grand finals. But yeah, I'm hoping that OpTic, they don't necessarily need to address it publicly, but I think
Scump
it would
Stream
be...
was laughing about it. They don't care.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. This is why they won't bloody win an event. It frustrates me to say. But, like, I mean, am I wrong?
I mean, they had their chance.
This is their chance.
Because I think this is the most vulnerable phase I've looked in a while.
Yeah, I think they did play some stellar cards. But even the fact that like OpTic won the searches, they didn't even win like any respawns against FaZe. That was, I think, the kind of the deadly part. Like they lost every single respawn. I know they were close, but they got outplayed either at the start or at the end of every respawn. So
FaZe didn't look vulnerable in the final, did they? I mean, they just looked vulnerable from when they lost to LAG, really. I mean, they nearly got beat by LA Thieves. And let's not make out like the final wasn't close. It was very close. It was very close. I just want to say I predicted FaZe to win. Like a month ago.
Yeah, well done.
Rab, back me up on that.
Yeah, you did. I mean, you did well. I think FaZe were always, for a little bit of time, they were going to be the favourites for this event. During the course of the weekend, I felt like it was possible that OpTic could win. I still feel like it was possible. But had I have seen these Pred Club tweets Sunday morning, I probably would have changed my predictions.
No, I mean...
Here's Pred of the Club, by the way, if people are just joining and haven't seen the pictures floating around social media. Saturday night.
I mean, bro, we got to talk about Simp. Bro.
Yeah, let's do FaZe now.
Rab, they're back!
They're back. I'm scared. Simp on 150 HP gods. Fucking hell. This guy... Bro,
Simp 111 kills in 5 maps is fucking absurd.
That was the record. Like, Kenny set the record during this series. I think after map 3, Kenny had 77 kills. That was the record. After map 4, Kenny had even more. That was the record. And then map 5, Simp took the record off him. Like, this was already the record that Kenny had in a 5-map series this year. I guess, to be fair... No, it is hardpoint search, control hardpoint search. It's the same thing. So this is already the record. And then Simp just one-ups it with 22,000 damage. Like, just a ridiculous individual series. That 4-13 spree went on the hardpoint was outrageous.
13 spree and then a BZ fucking... Oh, bro. They were playing phenomenal COD. Really. I mean, I'll say this, though. I think Cell had a pretty off major. I think this is the first major we've seen Cell as heavily neg as he was in a couple of those series. I think Cell definitely wasn't Cell this event, which I don't want to be that guy, but I think that kind of like maybe helped out in a little bit. Because normally Cell's dropping 1.42s and they kind of lose a couple times or whatever like that. Yeah, I mean, I think they might have found the formula since Arceus is gone.
Right. I think it's also like a Drazah versus OpTic thing somehow. Like Drazah, we talked about it with Dashi earlier.
Did you see his bio?
Yeah, I could find that real quick.
No, he removed it, but
yeah, he had it in there for a good couple of hours, I think.
Yeah.
But Drazah definitely doesn't mess around when it comes to playing these guys, and whatever you think about him. There was even this actually from the club, which, you know, this is fine. It's Sunday night. You've just won the event. Fire away. But yeah, here you go. And it was in his bio briefly. His cell. Oh my god. This is actually quite funny.
I will say, I think gamers at a club is probably one of the most awkward things of all time. Like, even being a gamer there myself, I do think being a gamer at a club is so awkward. Like, it just ain't our scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I think it's definitely. I think it's definitely awkward gamers. I mean, I've been to strip clubs with gamers, and that's bad. Like, we just don't know how to act. We just sit here and play COD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's Princy though, baby.
Like, what am I gonna do with that ass in front of me, bro?
Oh my god, Pred will show you the way. Get Pred in
yo,
there.
Low key, yo, he might. No bullshit, he might.
Yeah.
He might.
Adrian will lead the boys round. It'll be hitting the club up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Stay an extra day Monday.
What, an absolute bender?
Absolutely, yeah. We're just here to have fun, and we're playing COD on the side. Clubbing is the main job.
Imagine that. You see Pred winners finals in Vegas at 6 a.m. just on the blackjack tables. Just
Pred's generational because he fits right into the club. Yeah, facts. Yeah.
I mean, listen, you know, I think we can safely agree that FaZe has the best like team. I don't even know what word you would use for it. Team aura, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got Crowder, you got RJ, and you guys don't really know about RJ like that. Like, RJ is like, you know, the brains behind it. Crowder goes up there. RJ's a very good coach. He just hides.
Yeah, and Tupac helps turn their search around.
Yeah, team dynamic, Henry. Yeah, exactly. Mentality. Yeah, you could say anything about them. Like, you know,
they're always the scariest team to play, bro.
I saw someone say in the chat earlier that Crowder says they just walk with each other all around the events and everything like that. Bear in mind, these guys have got girlfriends at the events too and stuff like that. And I've hung around with FaZe and stuff like that last year. Like, they go for meals together, they eat together. You don't really see them chilling with any people, any other teams. Like, they have friends and stuff like that, but they are genuinely like a team. Like, I think they solidify themselves as a team with the best team cohesion, team composition, team dynamic. And then I think Ultra follows through behind them with New York. I think they're tied at that point. I think New York and Ultra have very good team dynamic too. FaZe have no aura. What do you mean? Simp walks onto the stage and you're instantly shitting bricks, mate. That's fucking aura for you.
That's interesting to hear from a player's perspective, actually, because I think it's different from a fan's perspective. Like, you know, I don't think those guys command presence in the same way that there's other players that do. But when they play as a team, on the fucking server, they command presence. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, like, bro, you start shooting against Simp, aura. You know what I'm saying?
MC's crispy lineup, that is real aura. Facts.
Nah, they're just a good team, good composition. And it's not saying that OpTic's got bad, you know, team dynamic or anything like that. But you can clearly see, like, you know, the differences. You know, Shotzi's in bed, doesn't go out, doesn't drink, Pred's at the club. You know, you can see a difference there. Difference in lifestyle, difference in... Yeah. Respectfully, you play a video game, there's no way you're telling me Pred is shit and Brixie and Simp. I mean, in the final...
He might have been come back for that 5.
Just look at the final, bro.
BANGER is the most aura. That's facts. Well said.
Just look at the final. Pull up those stats again, right? Pull up those stats again. Let's see if anyone was shitting bricks versus Simp.
Oh, I got to get rid of that in a second. Final stats. I think I clicked off it to go here. Yeah, here we go. I just need to get rid of this real quick. There we go.
Trey, were you shitting brick? So you getting on stage shitting bricks versus Formal? I'm not necessarily saying I saw Formal and shit bricks, but in a gunfight, you definitely felt presence.
Formal has aura though. Like he actually does have aura.
Do I have aura, Rab?
You had some aura. You were like.
Do I have aura? Do I have aura as a non-player now?
I think so.
Nice.
I think you worked on it. Some players you just feel the energy for some players, and some players don't. E-boy aura.
You got motion twin.
Yeah, well said. Out of the trio, who's the hardest kill?
Listen, I'm not saying like they're shitting bricks going against Sip. I'm not saying that. Like no one's going on stage scared of a player, but there's definitely players. If Simp's left in a 1v2 compared to, I don't want to roast anyone, but like compared to a lesser player on a lesser team in a 1v2, like take Simp versus OpTic in that 1v2 for example on Terminal. I don't see. I probably see maybe like 1 or 2 players winning that.
That was wild.
But I know Simp's winning that. Terrible play from OpTic, but I know Simp's winning that. Who has the highest stock in the CDL? I mean Simp. I think Simp's first, and then probably Scrap.
Yeah, I think that honestly might be 1-2 in terms of best players right now.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, just look at this 1v2, bro. Like, no one's doing it like him, bro. There's like no one's doing it. Like, this guy is the smartest player in the league. Blaze it, call it whatever you want, tricks on it, do it, like, bro.
I mean, OpTic said it was a bit dog shit, but like, still he has to hit every bullet in a row there on Pred.
No, the OpTic setup's terrible. There's no shoulders, there's no nothing.
It should be impossible to lose that really with the way the bomb is down there.
Yeah, 100%. Bro.
They could even just double up inside. Listen, it was a straight up terrible setup. But like I said, like I don't see many other players winning that. It wasn't dog shit. No, Fairies. The setup was very dog shit. Pred is giving himself a gunfight he has to take when he shouldn't even have to take a gunfight. He should just jiggle. In my opinion, Pred should be pushed up on that pillar, going left and right, left and right. As soon as he sees him there, hide behind the pillar. Kenny can poke up, left, right, double chow, double chow, double chow. Shotty did this as well. You remember the gunfight he lost? It was on the online qualifiers. He was on the other side of that Pred was on, and he lost it. I forget who it was who clutched the 1v1 against him. Might have been in a New York series or something.
Someone said he was faded after being in the club.
God, I don't think he's ever going to be able to live that down that easily.
Listen,
I haven't seen much talk about it until today.
Listen, I would love to like have you guys disagree with me, but when we're talking about straight plays in the game, like you just can't disagree with me on it. I'm sorry. I win this argument 10 times out of 10. It's not even an argument. It's your dog shit opinion.
Too easy.
It's not even an argument. It's not even an argument.
Yeah, R&D was mostly good outside of this. All right, I think we've covered a lot of grounds. The final thing I just wanted to quickly look at is like the overall standings, just to see where we are. But honestly, thanks all you guys for joining us. This has been by far our biggest banger we've had on Twitch. And I'm going to try and get it up on YouTube tonight as soon as I can. So... We've held over 500 views the whole thing. We've had peaked to like 700. So listen, from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of Rab's heart, and Ace doesn't care about you guys. Just letting you guys know that. Yeah, so words out of his mouth.
Yeah, just want to let you guys know that we really do appreciate everyone that comes and chills with us every single day. Every time we do a dope check. Listen, our dope checks do crazy on YouTube. Our dope checks are going crazy on Twitch. Our pre-shows have been going crazy on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, we can't appreciate you guys anymore. So thank you guys so much. You guys are fantastic.
It's brilliantly said.
Let's get a W spam in the chat. Let's see how many people we got in there. And then we'll look at the standards and me and Rab will talk about them.
Trey's actually a quality streamer.
Thank you. It's like I do it for a living, even though I haven't streamed for like 3 days. But
I like that. Look at this shit, baby. Let's go. Look at the shower now. Pop it off.
That's what I'm saying. Come
on. I appreciate each and every single one of you. These are the standings. FaZe are now number 1. Boston are dead last. And, I mean, at the end of the day, FaZe technically qualify for champs? They basically
I think all 4 of them are, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think... Is it even... Maybe it's still possible
Listen, FaZe are qualified for champs. I don't even think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible for that many teams to overtake them, even if they lose everything.
I think, yeah. All right, Rab, let's go down the list, all right? And we'll say 1-man change, 2-man change, no change. All right?
Okay.
FaZe, no change. You want to say top 4, no change?
Top 4, no change.
Minnesota, 2-man.
2-man, I think.
Vegas?
I'm sticking.
I'm
bringing on a sub, I think, ideally, but I ain't doing that. But I'm sticking.
Yeah, no, they ain't. I tell you what, if I'm Vegas, I'm looking around. And... having someone there just in case. But right now, I'm sticking. LAG.
It's kind of interesting, but I think after that result, you're sticking. And I still kind of like the idea of putting Flames in, but
so I have heard that LAG will not make a change due to money.
Okay, so there you go.
So the only player they can put in is Flames. So right now with them, I'm sticking. They just need to be better online.
Put Flames in for online, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't mind them seeing them try it for like 1 or 2 series. But
the Royal Ravens, Rab.
It's crazy. I mean, we didn't even discuss them that much this
No, we didn't. But I didn't feel like we really had to.
They did what they needed to do, given the opposition they had. They're a completely different team when it comes to LAN. Look, they ain't going to make a change. It is what it is. They're going to go back to online and they're going to get fried again. But they ain't making any changes. To be honest, if I had to make a change, I don't even know what I would do. Like, I think I would stick.
If I'm being real, I'm bringing... Right, so I've heard as well that they are playing in a facility for Major 3.
That's what they say.
Right, that is a thing. All right, they will be playing in a facility for Major 3. I think I saw a tweet from Clay or Fellow or Saint or someone like that. I don't know.
It was an interview with... I mean, it's been talked about for some time. I thought it was getting delayed, but apparently it's happening now.
Do I reckon they'll do better now with a facility? I think Clay will be a better teammate with a facility.
100%.
I think Clay will be a better teammate for a facility, and I think that is the missing piece for them to be a great team, is Clay being fucking Clay and having fun, chilling with the boys, not just sat there in a house by himself. After a win, after a loss, it sucks. So hopefully the facility is true. And honestly, I like the team. They just need to sit down with each other. They need to sit down with each other and just be like, right, if I'm them, I'm like, Clay, we fucking love playing with you on LAN, but you are by far horrible to play with online. Please, please, please lock it the fuck in. Because I love Clay, but you can see it. Rab, you can see it when he plays online to LAN. It is, night and day.
It's a different player, man. Yeah.
Which is understandable. Like I said, he's played so much online COD in his life. I get it too. But come on, Clay, we fucking love him.
Every point counts, and look, they're 8th right now. Like they're looking good because Miami are probably gonna not get a point on LAN this year. So you've only got to worry about them online. Surge dog shit. So Ravens are okay, but like they're not far off Thieves making a run. I still think Thieves will make champs.
Seattle Surge, 4-man change.
Yep, 4-man change. Lock it in. Miami, we're going. Miami, we're going 2-man.
Miami need a 2-man.
It's probably 1-man in
there.
Yeah, just for Real. Yeah. Well, we could lock that in. Thieves will probably
LA
just do a
Thieves,
1-man.
Yeah.
And then Boston, they got to do something. I think they will do something. I don't know what it is, but like.
Listen, I genuinely think Boston need to do what I said, man. Move Asim to an AR so he can be with Slasher. Move Priester to a sub. And if they're getting rid of Snoopy, then pick up someone else. But I'm telling you, I think a role change is needed. I think Priester and Slasher on the ARs are too slow of each other.
I can see that, actually.
I think they're too slow of each other. And I think if they're gonna not want to make a 2-man, then they've either got to get rid of Priester or Slasher. But I don't know. I think we can't disregard the fact that Asim and Slasher have only placed last. Their only placement is last and first.
Yeah, and that was even top 16 at the Pro-Am where they placed they were top 16. Like, it weren't even top 12 out of 16. It was straight up top 16.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. The question is, I suppose, how many of these teams... So we've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that we think need to make changes. How many of them do you think actually will? Because like Surge might just not bother. As may Boston or Thieves, but I
think
doubt
everyone
it.
we said that. I genuinely believe. Let me check. One.
We said ROKKR, Surge,
ROKKR,
Miami, Thieves, Breach, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I think all of them will make a change. I think Miami's definitely locked in now. Real's got his visa.
Yeah.
And Journey's fucking been sacked off back to Spain. I think Boston, them being dead last, they're guaranteed a change.
Yeah, I think so.
I think LA Thieves, I think they've all. I think even Afro knows that he's like, all right, that's it. Like, because he's done his tweet. You know what I'm saying? When you do your tweet like that, it's kind of like,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Surge, they have to make a change. If they don't, fuck me in the ass. Oh my days. They've got to do something.
I won't be doing that. We'll have to bring someone else in.
That's understandable, Rab. Just make sure it's not Ace. ROKKR, they're gonna make a change. It's by no surprise accuracy came in when we were speaking about ROKKR. But yeah, I think a lot of these teams. I think we'll see 4 or 5 teams change. I think it's pretty locked in, solid.
There it is. Vista and Departures temporarily added into the rank map pool. Give it a go. Give it a play. But that is where we're going to leave it for today, Trey. Because we've been going, according to my recording, for about 3 hours 45 on this Dope Chick episode right now.
Yeah, we've been live for 4 hours and 4 minutes. This is like a this is like a Trey stream during the day.
Yeah, this is absurd. Like, and I need to eat. I haven't even had food.
Yeah, I ate during the show.
I could. No, well, I could tell. Obviously, I'm not. What do I think you're doing over there?
Listen, I had a chili there ready to go. You know what I'm saying? A shout out to Carly as well, one of the greatest designers in our space.
Facts. Carly, LAG Supremo. Premium organization. No, I'm just kidding. All right. Thanks all for watching.
You can log us off.
Yeah, I'll log us off. Thanks all for listening and tuning in. We really appreciate it. On the audio site, on the YouTube, all that good stuff. And if I go back to this screen and get the chat out of the way. Ace was here for a while. Now he's left us. Unfortunate. We will be back next week with another episode of Dope Check, because I'm sure there's going to be some shit that's happened. So a couple of weeks away from the matches getting back underway. Couple of weeks break. But until then, any final words, Trey?
Listen, Dope Check every single Monday. Don't know what time. You'll find out when we find out, because we are so fucked up. It's unbelievable.
It should be back to the normal time. It's Ace's fault. He's getting a flight.
Every single Monday, Dope Check's on. We get this on YouTube as soon as we can. Every single time there is a major, we will be doing a pre-show and watch parties when me and Rab are there. Shout out to every single one of you that has been in the chat. Shout out to everyone that's going to watch on YouTube. Shout out to everyone that's going to listen on Spotify. It's been an absolute pleasure. My name's Trey Morris, otherwise known as Zero. My co-host, one of the greatest looking men on the planet, Mr. Tactical Rab. It's been a pleasure.
I couldn't have said it better. Thanks all, and we will see you soon.